being terrorised by you.
What have we done today? What have we done today?
You're constantly banging on the floors and don't pretend you don't.
Oh my God, Irene, it's so boring, mate.
No,
it's so boring.
you are.
Yes,
and you're
you are.
lying
Yes.
as well.
Yes, I'm lying.
I'm
yes,
sick to death of putting up with that behaviour.
What do you mean?
You will stop. You will stop banging on the floors everywhere you go.
Which floor? Which floor now?
It's like you all take one room and you start banging.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
that's what you do.
That's what we're doing all day.
When you said you're insane, yeah, I think you are.
I never said I'm insane at all. I've never used the word I'm insane about.
You said it. That's insane. Sitting on the floor like that. That's insane, and I agree.
I've never used the word insane about me. Let's put it that way, shall I?
You said sitting on the floor banging is insane, and I agreed.
Yes. So you think I'm insane?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. Well, that's two of us.
Because that behaviour is insane.
Yeah. And
nobody behaves like that.
You're right.
Only the people.
You're right.
Only the people
You're right, Irene.
who have
No one
occupied
behaves like
the
that.
upstairs
Yeah,
flat.
do you know what?
No one else.
All the crazy people in the world have lived in this flat. It's not you.
No, it's not
everyone
all the
else.
crazy people in the world.
No, I know, because not all the crazy.
It's all the people who want my flat.
Because not all the crazy people in the world live in the upstairs flat, Irene.
All the people who want my flat and who have helped to make my life a living hell. You will stop banging on the floors.
Is that a threat?
This is not funny anymore.
No, it's not.
It's not funny,
It's not
and
funny.
I'm sick to death of putting up with it.
And it's what do you know what I don't find funny? You shouting after Meg earlier telling her to run away. I don't find that funny either. I don't find that even slightly funny, Irene. I told you, actually.
If you stop behaving the way you do, there will be no more strife.
I think I explicitly
You stop behaving the way you do, and I'm quiet. I will not say another word.
Said you're not allowed to speak to Meg anymore. And what did you do? I said I warned you.
It was both of you leaving. I wasn't just speaking to Megan.
You were shouting to me, were you?
It was both of you leaving. Both of you leaving.
You were shouting at me, were you?
I was shouting at both of you.
Okay, I told you.
Both of you.
I told you.
And something else.
Without my express permission, you're not allowed to speak to her.
I've not spoken to the women specifically.
Yeah, don't.
I've deliberately spoken to you and the gentleman who is that lady's husband.
Yeah, and I've asked you don't speak to her at all. I don't want you to speak to anyone.
First of all, you can't tell me who I speak to.
I know, but I can threaten you with court case if you do. And I will do it. I've already done it once.
You can only do so if I have done and if I've been out of order. I'm not being out of order. I'm not speaking to them. I'm speaking to you and to the gentleman.
You're calling us terrorists, you're calling us liars, and you're calling us insane.
Because you are. Because you are.
You're calling us
if you
terrorists,
stop behaving that
liars,
way,
and insane.
I will not have to call you
So
liars and terrorists and insane.
How is that reasonable?
You are not reasonable.
Oh my God!
I'm projecting your behaviour at you. For as long as you continue like this, I will be here projecting your behaviour back at you. I'm trying to have a life, you son of a bitch, and you won't let me.
Okay, what do you mean I won't let you? How are we stopping you having a life, Irene?
When you invading my life in the way you do, I cannot have a life without being invaded by you.
I didn't knock on your door. I didn't open my door to shout.
You don't have to knock on my door. You're banging. You're constantly banging.
I didn't open my door.
Everywhere you can, against the partition, on the walls, on the floors, constantly banging and dropping. Nobody spends that much time on the floor. No. And if you spend less time on the floor, you might actually get some work done.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Yes, excellent.
If you spend less time shouting at us, you might get your own fucking work done. If you spend less time shouting
I'm trying to work myself and I can't.
Sure.
I can't concentrate for the racket that's going on upstairs.
Yeah, sure, neither can we. I can't concentrate right now for the racket that's going on in this corridor right now.
And well deserved it is.
Is it?
Yes,
so
it is.
This is reaction.
You stop behaving the way you do, there will be no more trouble. Okay. Believe me. In fact, I couldn't care less what you do so long as you leave me out of it.
I don't believe you. That's the thing, because you have.
You don't believe me? You haven't even tried to make it work.
We fixed the fucking stairs. We cleaned the front garden. We are trying our fucking hardest to be amicable neighbours. But
you're not amicable neighbours when you're banging on the floors.
Every day you come out
you
here
are not
and you shout
amicable
at us.
neighbours when you're banging on the floors.
Moving into the flat, Irene.
Yes,
as a child.
All the other people that lived there were moving into the flat.
God, again, we have
365 days a year, doing exactly the same racket.
The same conversation over and over again. again. Do you
For
know
as long as you do not
it's
stop,
you, but
we
Irene,
will
it's you,
keep
mate,
having the
it's
same
you.
conversation.
Irene, it's
I will
you.
continue for as long as you don't
Do you know what?
stop.
Do you know what? Here's the bottom line. You are the only person in this building who is making purposeful noise. Full stop.
I have
right
not
now.
made purposeful
Right
noise.
now.
I'm
Right
keeping
now.
quiet and you don't leave me
Right
alone.
now. You're shouting at me
I
in my
have
house.
told
right
you,
now.
for as long as you continue that way,
Yeah.
I will be here projecting your
Will you?
behaviour.
Will you?
Yes,
Will you?
I
Is that a
will.
threat?
Yes, it is a promise.
Is it
For as long as you continue your behaviour, I will be here projecting it right back at
Okay,
you.
so you are completely and utterly convinced in your head that we are purposefully sitting up there banging on the floor.
I have told you the banging does not happen by itself. I have told you the house, as you said, does not bang itself.
Do you know what?
Someone
in your
is
head,
physically
Irene, do you know what?
banging
That's
on the
thing.
floors.
That's the thing, Irene. In your head, I think the house does bang by itself. That's the problem. I think it's in
You
your
are
head.
banging. I'm
Yes.
accusing you of banging.
Are
I'm
you?
not saying the house is. You said it as
And
an
I'm accusing.
excuse.
And do you know what? To throw it back at you, I'm accusing you of lying.
I am not lying
Yeah?
because I'm
I'm
recording
accusing
you,
of lying.
you son of a
I am
bitch.
recording you too, Irene. I am accusing you of lying. I am accusing you out right now. I am accusing you
What have I
of
lied
lying.
about? What have I lied
The
about?
banging, the noise, when people are and aren't here. I'm accusing you of lying, and I have proof, documented by the police, that you have lied. So we can go through this all day, every day, if you want. All day, every day. I will
You
stand up.
cannot
I am
have
speaking.
proof that I've lied because I've recorded you.
Yeah, and I've recorded
and
you.
I've told the police that what you said wasn't true. I told them exactly what I told you.
What's that?
That there was no one upstairs and there was banging.
I have a message.
Because there was no
Excellent.
There was no evidence of a break-in. That is exactly what I told the police.
I have a text message from you that says you believe there's someone in our flat, Irene, unfortunately.
Yes, because I couldn't accuse you of rigging up an audio system and banging virtually.
You think we rigged
Because the house
up?
doesn't bang by itself.
Oh, mate, Irene, listen to yourself.
And you trying to
Listen to
ridicule
yourself.
something that is
Listen
this
to yourself.
serious just
Listen to yourself.
speaks everything about you.
Listen to yourself.
It says everything about
You accuse us of rigging up an audio system to create banging when we weren't
Because
here.
the house doesn't bang itself.
Yeah, but you accuse...
It does not bang itself. How else?
mate.
How
Yeah,
else is
honestly,
it possible
you're honestly a
to
joke. You're a
bang
joke.
when you're not even in the house?
That's
You
exact-
tell me.
No, actually...
You tell me
no,
how it's
no,
possible.
actually, Irene, you tell me how it's possible.
I can't tell you what you've rigged up there.
Come have a look.
I do not go up
Nah,
there.
didn't think so. Didn't think
I
so.
will not go up there because I've been dragged up there by my hair often enough.
Let me guess, there's all this historical thing that you project
Yes,
on us as
it
well.
is
Yeah.
historical.
That's all our fault. It's our fault. It was me that did it, wasn't it? Of course it was. It
I
was
did
me
not
and-
say that.
Yeah, but you didn't need to, Irene.
Reductio ad absurdum. What you are doing is
Absurdum
trying
is
to
fucking right,
ridicule
mate.
everything.
Yes.
So you can get away with your lies.
Okay.
Trying to
Irene,
make me look like the bad person so you can get away with what you're
because
doing.
you are accusing us of banging on purpose, of setting up fucking rigged machines to bang on the floor, all to torment you. Do you know
Right
what?
then, this is why I didn't want to say
You know,
anything about
bottom
that.
line, mate, the bottom line is I don't care about you enough to do that. I don't give a fuck about you enough to do
So
that.
why are you banging on the
Because
floors?
it's in your head.
It's
mate.
in my head.
Yes.
What I've recorded is in my head.
I think so. Or it's you doing this.
Oh my God. This is
Yeah?
absolutely the pits. What you've just done for accusing me of banging
you've
against the
accused
walls
me
and
of banging.
accusing you of
Yeah.
doing it.
Yes.
Do
Maybe.
you understand how insane you are?
Yeah.
How far you will go? How far you will go to pretend you're not doing anything?
I am not doing anything. I swear.
You
on
are
anything.
a liar.
Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. So
Yes.
where do we go from
You
there?
are a
Where do
liar.
we go from there then, Irene? Where do we go from there?
You stop your behavior and there will be quiet in this house.
Oh, will there? Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Or what?
What
That
what?
sounds like a threat to me. There will be quiet in this house, or what?
I told you.
Or
There
what?
will be quiet in this house
Or
and there
what?
will be no more noise. You will
Or
not
what?
hear from me again.
Or what?
I just told you.
No,
you will
you
not
didn't.
hear from me again if you keep quiet.
So the threat is, if we keep making noise, you're going to come around here and shout at us every day, are you? Is that what
I
the
will
threat-
project your behavior back at
Can you
you.
clarify what you mean by that?
I just told you I
You
will
didn't.
project your behavior
Which is? What's
back
our-
at
what's
you.
our behaviour?
I will remind you that you're banging, that you're
Yeah.
dropping
Yeah.
stuff Constantly.
So
and if you do not stop this,
Yeah.
I will be here reminding you that that's what you do. That's what I mean.
Listen,
you try and make this out like something it isn't.
If you have the time in your life to
Which
do
is
that,
why
go ahead.
Which
Go
is why
ahead.
you're telling me not to talk to the women.
Go ahead.
I have not spoken to the women unless they've
and
spoken
you
to
don't
me.
speak to them, you speak to me. You don't
Yes,
speak to
that
me.
is exactly what I've done.
Yeah, good.
And for you to accuse me
Continue
of
doing
doing otherwise, you can go to hell.
I didn't hear you shout, Meg did. So that says it all.
She heard you because she was the last one out.
I didn't hear you shout. Meg did only. So therefore, by just working the logic of that, you didn't shout at me, you shouted at her.
I shouted at both of you because I saw you both running out
What did you shout
and
at us?
fast.
What did you shout at us? We didn't run out fast. She's going to work, Irene.
I said, yeah,
What are
you
doing
run
saying?
fast
What are
is
you
what
doing
I
saying?
said.
Yeah, you said run away, actually.
Yeah, run away, okay.
Yeah.
Run away fast.
Yeah, it sounds like a threat, if I'm honest. Run away or what?
Not what?
Or, yeah, the thing is, Irene, you're...
Not what? I said, yeah, you run away fast.
Or what?
Nothing what? If there was a what, I would have told you.
Would you? Okay. Because that the problem is, Irene, I no longer, genuinely no longer understand what you think or what you want.
I have told you enough what I want.
I don't
and you
know,
have a
though,
problem
Irene. I do have a problem.
understanding
I do have a
what
problem.
I'm telling you.
I do have a problem because it's not true.
Well, you
Irene.
couldn't understand that I know your layout upstairs and you started explaining to me what your layout is upstairs.
Yeah, I don't know that you know our
After I
layout.
told you that I know what it is.
I don't know you know our layout. Why? How would I know that?
I told you.
Yeah, I know that now.
No, you don't know that now. I
No,
told
okay.
you then twice and you ignored it. And I said to you, I just told you twice that I know what your layout is and you're explaining it to me. You have a problem hearing what I'm saying.
No, I have a problem.
And it doesn't matter whether I say it quietly or whether I'm shouting at
I have a problem
you.
believing you, Irene, because you are accusing us of things we aren't doing. So the logical progression of that is you've accused us of doing something. I've told you we're not. You accuse us of something.
That's because
Let
you're
me
lying.
Finish. You accuse us of stamping on that step. We fixed it. Okay? You accuse us of sitting in the corner, banging on the floor. I'm telling you that's not true. I have offered for you to come in. I can go and have a walk if you want. You can go in, have a look around our flat.
I'm not going
No,
up
of course
there.
not, because it proves you're lying. You can say it's because of historical this.
What is that going to
Because
prove
you're
me
saying
going
we
up
have
there?
machines up here banging to make your life misery. That we're sitting in the corner banging in order to make your life hell. And I'm offering you a chance to be proven wrong, and you are outright rejecting that opportunity.
Do you know what would be right?
Well, go, please.
If it was illegal for me to record you doing what you're doing.
Go.
Because then you wouldn't be able to
Go
lie
for it.
about
Go
it.
for it.
I can't do that because
No.
that's not legal.
That's funny, that, isn't it? It's lucky that. Do you know why it's probably not legal? Do you know why it's not legal? Because
Tell
it's
me.
very, very easy to fake it. Very, very easy.
Is that why you get away with
No,
shit like
I've got
this,
nothing
like
to
you're
get away
doing?
with, Irene.
Is that why you're getting away with it? Because you know
I'll say it
things can be...
I'll say it one more time. I do not care enough about you to terrorise your life. You don't mean enough to me.
Then why don't you
just
stop?
don't mean enough.
Then
Honestly,
why don't you
it's getting
stop?
to the point where you're not worth a
Then
fucking
why
shit on my
don't
shoe,
you
Irene.
stop?
I am not doing anything, so I've got nothing to stop. I am fixing my flat. I'm decorating.
And what
I'm
you're
painting.
saying is that what you're doing, I'm imagining.
I don't know at this
That's
point.
what you're saying. That
I don't know
I'm
at this point.
imagining the constant bangs
I
and drops
don't
on the
know
floor.
at this point. I don't know at this point because I'm trying to work it out. I've offered you solutions.
You don't have to work out the bangs
Oh my
on the
God,
floor.
you're so incessant.
If
Irene,
you take
honestly.
a hard object and bang it on the floor, that's a bang on the floor. You don't have to work anything out.
You couldn't even guess the other day what the object was we were banging.
I won't
Yeah,
guess.
I know you won't guess.
I
I know
will
you
not
won't.
guess
I know you're
because
better
you
than
could
that.
take any
You're
hard
better than that,
object
yeah.
and bang on the floor.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. all day,
Any
every day.
hard
Yes,
object.
Of course.
Any hard
Do you not
object.
think we've got more fucking stuff going on in our lives than that? Listen.
I don't
listen,
care
I don't-
about your
listen,
lives. I
don't-
care about what
I
you're
don't-
doing
I know
to
you
mine.
don't. I know you don't care
I
about our
care
lives.
about what you're doing to mine.
I know you don't care about our lives because the other day you told us to drop dead and go to hell. So I know you don't care about
But
our
as long
lives.
as you continue your behaviour, you will not get any respect from me.
Brilliant, because you have none from me. Absolutely
Well,
zero.
that's clear because of the way you've been behaving.
No, because the way you
how
treat
could you
us.
possibly have
Because
how could you possibly have respect for me if you behave that way?
You treat people you've never met before with such fucking contempt and disgust.
It's contempt.
And they're below you. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Content is something completely different.
Yes, and I'm worked up right now, so forgive me for making one grammatical and fucking verbal error. Forgive me. You're perfect, are you? Because you know what? In my eyes, you're not. You are a vicious, violent, aggressive woman who has come into our lives and just all you seem to want to do is make our lives miserable. That is all you seem to want to do. I'm in your face
because you will not stop.
Stop what, Irene?
How many times do I have to tell you?
Banging on the floor, but we're not banging on the floor, so we can do this cycle
keep
over
denying
and over
it.
and
Just
over again.
Keep denying
You're telling
it.
us the only way you will respect us is if we stop doing something we're not doing. Do you not understand how the logic there falls away, Irene?
Do you not understand? Do you not understand how you are telling me that I'm insane for believing that you're banging and you're not actually banging? Because the other day you told me it was a house banging.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, and I recorded you saying that.
Is that legal?
Yes, because I was recording it from inside my house.
Okay, cool.
Which is exactly how I caught out all the other sons of bitches who have been here making my life live in hell.
Are you trying to catch us out?
I'm not trying to catch you out. You are giving yourself away with everything you do and say.
Oh, really? And you're not?
The only thing I'm doing is projecting it back at you.
Well, the thing is, you've said that a few times, right?
Yes, and you don't seem to understand what that means.
No, I understand what it means. I don't understand how you've got to that logical conclusion. That's what I don't understand. Yeah. What about this kind of making a mockery of my argument in order to make me sound insane?
Because I keep repeating the same thing and you're not listening to what I'm saying.
The thing is, you're a hypocrite, Irene. You're a
I'm
hypocrite.
telling you over and over again, for as long as you continue banging on the floors, I will be here projecting your behaviour back at you.
Hear me out a second.
I am hearing you out constantly. But, what can I do when you're just telling lies and denying?
Let's say, right, I can categorically prove that we are not sitting there purposefully banging on the floor. Let's say, hypothetically, I can categorically prove we're not doing that.
Well, you can't do that, can you?
Let's see. Let's say I could. Then what? Then what, Irene?
To be honest, I don't know what you imagine you can prove that you're not sitting there banging.
Do you know, at this point, I am willing to set up both cameras and audio equipment to prove our day-to-day activity is not what you're claiming.
Okay.
Because you are
then
so...
please record yourself.
I've already started.
I want video of what you do.
You're not getting a fucking thing from me, mate. The police and my lawyer might do. The police and my lawyer might do.
Video.
The police and my lawyer might do. You're not getting a thing from me.
I want video of you
I want your,
in your flat.
I want your audio recordings.
That's what I do.
I want your audio recordings. Yeah, I know. Funny that. I didn't think you'd hand them over so willingly. Because you know what? When I compare them to mine and the bangs don't line up, then we have a problem, don't we? We don't we? We do. If I compare,
are you seriously saying
that
I'm banging in my own home?
I don't know at this point,
when I'm
Irene.
sitting there working and pretending that it's you banging and stomping.
I'm trying to work out how logically we've come to this scenario because we are not purposefully banging on the floor.
And for you to use the word logic, that's laughable in itself.
Brilliant. Openly admitted that we are decorating and putting up furniture and attaching things to walls, and we're doing. I've openly admitted that. I've welcomed you in to show you the work we're doing. I've done all this, yet you still insist that we are purposefully not doing that. We are actively sitting on the floor and hitting it with a hard object. I have never claimed we're silent. We have no obligation to be silent in our own house at all, especially at this time of day. So we have no obligation to be silent. The issue here is, Irene, the sound does not bother us. It clearly bothers you, clearly. So you can either work with us and we try and get our work done as quick as possible so we can move in and be fucking best of friends neighbours.
That's not going to happen.
No, I know it's not. The reality is you are so so sure that you are right, and you are so sure that we are sitting in this corner of the rooms banging on the floor to make your life misery, and that you also claim we set up machines to make noise when we're not here, that you are so blinded by your own rage and confusion and paranoia.
I am not confused.
No, sure.
And if there's a reason for paranoia, it's not paranoia. Because bangs on the floor and repeated bangs on the floor and repeated drops on the floor are not paranoia.
What happens, honestly, what happens in like let's say 3 weeks time, we're probably moved in, we're probably settled. What happens if, let's say for example...
You continue this behaviour?
No, let me fucking finish. Let's say I walk in after a long day at work and I drop my bag on the floor. I have every right to do it, it's my house. What happens then?
Yeah, like other people do, they just drop the bags on the floor. But even if you did, the odd bag, the odd genuine drop, like when you dropped something accidentally, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Is it though?
What I object to is the constant bangs.
But what do you mean the constant bangs? We're not constantly banging, so that's the problem. You're constant to me.
Because the noise that you're making is identical to the noise that all the others have made.
Well, then,
and if you're saying you're decorating and making that noise, then what were the others doing? Exactly the same noise. Were they decorating around the clock?
You're saying...
Is that what you're saying?
No, but do you know, what you're saying is that me and other people who used to live there are colluding to make the same noise? Is that what you're saying?
It's like you're working from the same terrorist handbook.
Please say that one more time.
I know you're recording, and I will repeat it for your benefit.
Please throw that accusation back at me.
You're all working from the same terrorist handbook.
Who's we?
All the bangs are identical.
Who are we?
All the drops are identical.
Who are we?
Everything.
Who are we?
Because what you're saying is that all the others that were here were decorating around the clock.
No, what I'm saying
365 days a year. That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is the only constant in all of these accusations, the only constant is you.
Yeah, because I've listened to all of you behaving the same way. And I've listened to all of you
do you think that's logical?
denying knowing each other, but then giving yourselves away by knowing details about the others that you shouldn't have known.
Like what?
I'm not telling you that. I've recorded it.
Like what?
And I've made notes of it.
What do I know about previous tenants that's given me away? Because I will say, like, I will swear on any holy book in a court of law, I don't know Mr. Peach. I don't know. Yes. Are you religious? Are you religious?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not particularly either, but I swear on any deity that you ask me to do that I've never met or spoken to Mr. Peach. The only way I know his name is from the letters that were left here and some stuff I found in the attic. It wasn't until I moved in, and actually it was you who first told me about the name Peach. I remember hearing it going, that's a weird name. That was the first time I've ever heard of him. The problem is, Irene, you are so convinced and you've wound yourself up so much that you believe that me and Peach and Mrs. Buckley being here before us and everyone else who's been here before are some big terrorist group, apparently, to make your life miserable. Well, I don't know. Listen to me. I don't know
who have behaved in that way.
I don't know what Mr. Peach put you through. Perhaps it was awful and atrocious and I apologise for what he put you through, but it wasn't me. And I don't know him. So the problem is now, what you've done is you've created a second enemy. I've offered you olive branches. I fixed the step, or my father-in-law fixed the step. We cleaned the front garden. I've offered you all these things. I offered to build you a shed, Irene. But you throw it back.
No, you haven't. You said you were going to build a shed, and I said, yeah, I was planning on doing that as well. And we'll stick them next to each other. But that is not the point, is it?
I offered at the time to do it for you. And we seemed to... The first time I met you...
didn't.
The first time I met you... Okay, I remember doing so. Forgive me if I'm absolutely... I'm pretty sure I did. But let's say I didn't. Even if I didn't. When we first met, it was quite amicable. You had a go at us first thing. You never met us before. You shouted at us first thing. We then came to some sort of understanding, and we'd seen that we were getting on. And then all of a sudden, And the same happened with Kath. The same happened with Martin. You were friends with them briefly, and then you turned it on them. So do you know what, Irene? My sympathy for you is waning because you create your own enemies. Because you treat us like dirt, you shout at us, you have no understanding what we're doing, you accuse us of all sorts, you call us terrorists, you call us liars, you tell us to go to hell, you tell us to drop dead, and we have simply, our only crime is moving into this flat. Don't lean in and speak to me like that.
Imagine, I've just shifted my weight. Imagine I was behaving towards you the way you behave towards me.
You are behaving towards me the way that I don't want you to behave already. So I don't have to imagine it. You're already knocking on our door every day, shouting.
If I was banging on the floor constantly, you would be at my door telling me to stop it.
The problem is, Irene,
That is the problem because
if you said to us, oh, listen guys, the next few weeks I'm doing some decorating, I'm moving in, I'm having this done, I'm having a new kitchen fitted, we'd go, do you know what? We understand. Thank you for letting us know. You crack on.
That's what I would normally do.
If it's an issue, we'll have a conversation. But we've never had a conversation at all. The first time we met, you yelled at us. No.
Because of the way you came and started banging.
That's the thing, Irene. What do you mean? That's the thing, is you're so obsessed with this idea that we sit here and bang on the floor. You don't believe, you are so caught up in that idea. You've told us
it's not an idea when I'm hearing it.
And I'm telling you it's not happening. I'm telling you categorically.
That's why I'm calling you a liar.
Yeah, and that's why I'm calling you. Oh my god. You're just impossible.
I'm impossible.
Yes, you are. So do you know what? I think the best thing.
Spoken like a real terrorist.
Do you know what?
Like it's my fault that I'm having to stand here projecting your behaviour back at you. That's what you're basically doing. It's my fault that I'm having to stand here and tell you to stop banging. Because you're denying banging.
Yeah, thing is, like, I would have happily, many weeks ago, had a sensible conversation with you about it. I would have invited you into our flat. I would have stood aside so you'd have no threat. I would have invited you in, and you could have shown us exactly where the banging points are, so we can try and avoid them, so we can maybe fix them. But it's got to a point now where
I have tried to explain to you the bangs don't happen by themselves.
Apparently they do, because
it's a matter of physics.
Because they were happening when we weren't here, Irene.
It's a matter of physics.
Oh, is that your area of expertise, is it?
No, it's the laws of physics.
What's the laws of physics? That the floor
The laws of physics means an inert object will not move unless projected by an external force. The bangs don't happen by themselves unless the external force takes a hard object and bangs it on the floor.
I fully agree, yet you still accuse us of making noise when no one was in the flat. So what then? So your whole logic about kind of this, things need an external force to make them bang on the floor, clearly doesn't line up with your own argument. Because you accused us of something, and I proved by having the police turn up that we weren't here. And you still claimed there was noise in the flat. There was no noise in the flat the day before.
Weren't here, and you lied about who you give the keys to anyway.
No, I didn't lie about who I gave the keys to.
Yeah, because there were people here that you denied were here.
No, I haven't denied who were here. I haven't denied people were here.
There's another lie.
I told you people came here. I can dig out the dates if you absolutely need to. I told you.
Why did you have me describe the people that came here?
I was trying to hit.
Because you said you didn't send anyone here, and you didn't give the keys to anyone. Now I have to describe to you what they looked like.
And it still doesn't sound like anyone I know.
Doesn't sound like anyone you know, yet they had keys to get in.
Maybe.
The door with the new keys that you said you've not given to anyone.
I haven't at that point, no.
And yet they were here.
There was a chance, and I told you this, that over the last 6 months, about 7 days in total, people were in this flat. I told you my friend Rashid and Stefan came. I told you that. I've got it on recording.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Those names are the first time I hear the names.
Okay.
Rashid and Stefan, are they the old guy and the young black man?
No.
No? Who are they then?
No, Rashid is Moroccan, and
so I haven't even seen them.
Exactly. So they came.
I heard people come. I have not seen them.
Yeah, they weren't here.
Who else was here?
You know when you message
the ones that you denied were here.
The thing is, you know what? Bottom line is, it doesn't fucking matter who was here because it's my flat. So I can go through, I can sit here, I've got shit
When
to do.
you deny that people were here
never
that came
denied
in
it.
and made a racket,
No, because
and I describe them to you, you say you don't know those people that were never here.
I deny what you're claiming, which is they came here and purposefully made a racket. That's what you said.
I said they made a racket and they had your keys and you denied having given them keys.
I didn't.
Another lie.
Do you know what? Do you know what, Irene? Do you know what? You can sit here and you can start calling me a liar all you want. Do you know what?
Is that nice? Banging on the wall.
Is that what it is? Is that the noise?
That's one of the many noises.
I've never sat here before in my life, so that's not true.
Well, you don't have to
Another
sit
lie.
You don't have to sit there, do you?
Oh, what do I do? What, a big stick? Golf club? Cricket bat? What is it?
You tell me. What is it you used to
Come
bang?
and check. Come and go check. Go check. Have a look around.
I really don't want to go up there.
I know, because then you've proven otherwise. That's the problem.
I can't prove anything.
No, the thing is, that's it. That's
Because
exactly
I don't want
it.
yeah, from down here I can't prove anything, and there's no horses that will actually pull me up there to that hellhole.
Oh, do you know what? Irene, honestly, listen. If your life here is so miserable, so miserable, why are you still here?
Because I told you I can't sell the flat. Because I've had to call the police so many times. And if I'm such a bad neighbour,
I will find you a buyer.
Why have you taken 6 months to move in?
I will find you a
Why didn't you just say?
Because I was working in Leeds, Irene. I told you this.
Why didn't you just say?
I told you this.
There's a crazy woman downstairs. There's no way I'm moving in there.
I thought you were. I thought for some. Do you know what? I ask myself the same question every fucking day. I do. I thought you were.
Well, you still have the choice, haven't you?
I thought you were sort of
you
vaguely
still have the
reasonable.
choice to go away.
Vaguely reasonable.
If I'm the problem here,
Listen,
then you have a choice to go away.
I will find you a buyer in a month.
I do not.
Will you move out?
I do not want your help.
No, if I find you a buyer in a month, will you move out?
For $500,000?
It's not worth $500,000.
I do not care.
There you go. So you don't want to move.
That's how much it is worth to me.
Because all you care about is money. Yes,
not what I care about.
That's what you got off Peach, right?
I care about not selling the house
Is that what you're after from us?
to someone associated with you or the owner of the upstairs flat.
I am the owner of the upstairs flat. Yeah.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Right. So what's your surname?
I'm not telling you my surname.
Why not?
I don't want to tell you my surname.
I know why you don't want to tell me your surname. That's my secret.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's your secret? Go on, please. Please.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
Didn't think so. Because you are so convinced.
The fact you know my surname, but you won't tell me yours. And the fact that you won't tell me your surname, that says it all.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't say
everything.
Anything.
Sometimes, it's not just the things you do say, even though they're lies and denials.
Sure.
But it's also the things you don't say.
Sure.
And the fact you're not telling me your surname.
Okay. But the fact the fact that you aren't explaining, basically, you can't explain your main issue with us. You can't explain it.
I just told you my main issue with you. I keep telling you my main issue with you.
You say vaguely we're banging on the floor.
It's not vaguely, is it? When I keep repeating myself.
Round in circles. You claim this house makes you miserable and everyone who lives here hates you and we're all fucking terrorists. I'm offering you on a plate a get out. I will find someone to buy your house for you if you move. But you won't, because it's not about getting the.
Because I'm not selling it to the owner of the upstairs flat or anyone associated.
It's not about moving. It's not about getting away from it. It's about money. Because I see right through you, Irene. I see right through you. You are so transparent. It's all about money. You are hoping that you can find enough evidence that you can sue us for another $100,000, right? That's exactly what you're after, right? Yeah?
You are so sick.
Really?
And you really haven't got a clue.
Oh, really?
No, you haven't.
We're the ones who are sick.
Yeah,
you are. You've taken the experience.
You are scum-sucking terrorists. And there's no way I'm selling anything to you.
Okay.
Like I said,
then, do you know what?
You had the choice.
We will live here in misery.
You say, according to you, you knew that I was a problem.
You are a problem,
right?
Yes. You are a problem, yes.
So why did you still buy the flat?
Because it's the only thing we could afford.
Really?
Yes.
With a crazy woman downstairs.
Yes.
That's the only thing you could afford.
Do you know what? It lowered the fucking price of the house.
Right. Yeah, sure it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about
Even though I've never done anything to anyone.
You've done a lot to us.
I lowered the price of the house, did I?
A lot to us, Irene. Yes, you've done a lot to us. Do you know what? The problem is, one second, Kath. The problem is, you are sitting here calling us terrorists and liars and all that. Do you know what? The only person I think in this scenario who's terrorising anyone is you.
I told you, for as long as you continue your behaviour, I will be here projecting it back at you.
Another threat.
It's a promise.
I don't care what you call it. It's a threat, Irene.
It's a promise.
You're the
and
only
if
one.
you're the one threatening me, you're the one invading my life. You're the one denying that that's what you're doing.
Explain how I've threatened you.
You are a threat to me. Your behaviour is threatening.
What do you mean?
Your behaviour is making my life a living hell.
Don't move. So we're not going anywhere. Are you going to move?
That's right. You're not going anywhere.
No.
I know who you are.
Okay, fine. Congratulations.
I know exactly who you are.
Do you know? I think I know who you are, Irene. I think I know what you're all about.
My name is Irene Theochari, and when I moved here, I wanted a quiet life.
Yeah, then go live in the country.
But the people in the upstairs flat did not let me have that quiet life.
Me and Meg moved in here hoping for a quiet life, and you're not letting us have a quiet life. So it's fucking vicious circle, isn't it?
Yeah, well, so long as you continue, that's what you get back.
Continue banging on the floor.
For as long as you continue banging and making a racket, I will be here reminding you that that's what you do.
You're threatening us with making our life miserable based on something we're not actually doing. So we are stuck in this vicious circle.
What you're saying is that I'm imagining the banging and the stomping and the whatever, the dropping.
No,
that's what you're saying. I'm imagining it. That's not what you're doing.
I think if I want to break down the psychology, I think what it is, you're so convinced.
The psychology, like you know anything about psychology.
I think you're so convinced that you are the victim in this scenario that any minor creak in the house, be it us turning a tap on, flushing a toilet.
I'm not.
Let me finish.
I'm not talking about creaks, am I?
I think you're so convinced.
There are plenty of creaks. Have you heard me complain about creaks?
I think you spent about 15 years convincing yourself a victim. So now that any minor infraction on your way of life is some sort of terrorist attack.
I've gone out of my way not to make myself a victim, which is why I included the police and the council.
If that's the case, why are you recording us?
I have to protect myself in a way, haven't I? I have to be able to prove if anyone asks, this is what's going on.
Yeah, do you know what? We're doing exactly the same because I'm fully convinced I have you sussed. Fully convinced. It didn't take long.
You can't have me fully sussed because you don't know anything about me. The only thing you've seen is what I'm projecting back at you.
That's great, isn't it? So apart from this, you're lovely, right?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm a nice person. But I will not be a nice person to people who go out of their way to make my life a living hell.
Me and Meg, also pretty nice. But you treat us like fucking garbage. These two...
For as long as you do, I will be here projecting your behaviour back at you.
Two of the most genuine, lovely people I've ever met in my life.
I'm sure they are to everyone else.
And you call them terrorists.
I didn't call them terrorists, I called you terrorists.
No, you called all terrorists, Irene. You called them liars. Definitely. Because I have that written down.
You have it written down?
Yes, I have it written down. I have everything you've said so far written down, so I'm not stupid, because I know who you are.
Yeah, if your understanding of what is actually being said is anything to go by, then what you've written down is not worth a penny.
And your understanding of who we are is anything to go by. It's not worth a penny. This can go on all day. All day. Do you know what? This can go on forever. Like forever. Because the bottom line is still, this is not a threat, but I'm saying it as fact. The noise doesn't affect us, it does affect you.
Yeah.
So we can run.
And yet you continue it.
No, that's the thing, we don't. That's the thing. I'm telling you.
So the noise is happening by itself. All the bangs and all the drops are happening by themselves.
No.
Because yesterday you said it was the house. Apologise. Friday.
I've explicitly said there's going to be noise because we're moving around. But you tell us it's not that noise. You're telling us we're doing it on purpose. You're telling us all sorts of nonsense, basically, that we're doing it all on purpose.
Of course it's nonsense.
Well, there you go then.
It must be nonsense.
What's the point trying to explain
when
it to you?
And everyone else have made the exact same noises. Like I said before, what you're telling me is that all the other people were moving in around the clock 365 days a year, because that is exactly how they behaved as well.
I've told you multiple times that only constant in that is you. The only consistent factor
except for all the constants that you have.
Such as? Please.
All the banging, all the dropping.
God, this is so boring. You are such a boring human.
And I will keep repeating it.
Do you know, listen.
Every time you ask, I will keep repeating it.
Fine. Do you know what? Fine. Let's get an arbitrator. Let's split the cost. Let's get someone to sort this out, a lawyer to sort this out. No?
I cannot afford a lawyer. If I could, I would have
fucking,
taken the others
you keep spending
to court
the money,
as well.
Yeah, you keep spending the money on suing people. That's why.
I did it once.
How much did you get from Peach?
I didn't get a penny, I keep telling you.
He had to sell his flat. What did he have to sell his flat for?
Because the lawyers wanted some money.
Right, and you got nothing.
And court awarded them whatever the proceeds were from the sale of his flat. The cost came to 160,000, of which I paid over 40,000,
right.
And I'm not going to get a penny back.
Well, listen,
I was awarded 95,000. Actually,
so to
be more accurate, it was 97,600 or 700 pounds.
So you didn't win the first one, so you're now trying to get money from us? What is it you're trying to do?
Have I tried to get money out of you?
You're saying you're recording us. You're saying all this stuff. You're basically...
I'm doing it for my protection.
Oh my God! But
so people like you can't pretend I'm making the noise myself.
Listen, mate. I at this stage, I have no intent on suing you for anything you've done. No,
because the only thing I've done is projected back at you.
What you've done is actually been quite threatening. You've shouted at us. You called us terrorists.
What you're doing is threatening, which is why I'm responding in an appropriate way.
I'm explicitly not threatening. I've got it all on video and on recorder.
You have video as well.
Yeah, I'm explicitly...
Yeah, what you're recording there pointed at me.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to do that, how would you feel?
I don't care.
You don't care if I were... Earlier you said... It's illegal and can be doctored, and yet here you are.
You said it was illegal. I heard nothing about the legality of it at all. Nothing about. You said it was illegal. The reason I don't think it would stand up in a court of law is because you could quite easily sit there with your phone on record or a dictaphone on record and stamp about the flat and claim it's us.
One major issue with that,
Go on then.
Because I can't make the dull thudding noises that you make when the noise comes from your flat. The noise I make in my flat has completely different acoustics. There's no way I could make that noise in my flat.
That you live in a house conversion? Have you ever just considered that as a fact? You live in a house conversion that wasn't designed to be flats, wasn't soundproof to be flats.
So that gives you the right to keep banging on the floors?
No, I'm saying that, listen, I'm trying to work out like a logical human what the fucking
like
issue is.
Yes,
because you're not one of those at the moment.
Banging on the floor, is that logical? Is that logical?
Ask yourself the same question, Irene, because we're not doing it.
No, that's right. I'm just imagining. Oh no, I forgot. It's the house.
No, I think
making the banging noises, right?
I've told you what I think it is. I think you're so
you told me what you think it is. You said it was the house.
No, I think you're so convinced of your own victimhood that you hear any noise up here as a personal attack.
It is not any noise, it is bangs and drops.
Oh my God.
And repeatedly so.
Oh my God, you're so fucking boring.
I do not care to entertain you.
You have one tone. You have one line, which is bangs and drags and crashes. I'm telling you, we are not explicitly and purposefully doing it.
I never said the word crash.
Oh my God. You think you've won? You think you've won because I've used a word you haven't used. Do you know what a word I haven't used is? Terrorist. That's what I haven't used.
Well, if I keep repeating myself so many times,
keep saying it.
Shouldn't you know the words I'm using?
No, but I don't care to think because do you know what? Honestly, the logic you provide is so flawed. It's hard to keep up with it.
Tell me one thing that's flawed.
The fact that you are insistent that we are purposefully banging on the floor. Even though we're telling you we don't have time to do it, we're offering you a chance to come up and prove that we're not doing it.
Well, you're not going to be banging on the floors, are you, when I'm up there?
Let me finish, because you asked me a question, and then when I started giving you a logical answer, you shouted, because that's your MO. That is your MO, completely and utterly. It's a lambasted conversation when you realise you're in the wrong. And when you finally been caught out, you flip it by going, oh, well, I won't go up here because of this happened and the previous and the condoms out there, and you throw curveballs into the mix that aren't to do with me, have nothing to do with me, and will never have.
I've thrown no curveballs.
Sure.
I have repeated myself in the same way over and over again.
Yes.
And you have denied, you've made excuses, you've even told lies.
Yeah, and you haven't.
No, I haven't.
No. Okay, cool. That's all we need to know at this point.
Because I'm a very factual person.
Do you know what? That's the thing. I think you think you are. I think you are. I think in your head...
Spoken like a real bully.
Oh my God, a bully now as well, okay.
Yeah, so you're a bully.
I think...
Because that's what bullies do.
I think it's factual to you. I think you are so convinced that I am some sort of agent of evil, that I am here to ruin your life.
You said that. Remember that you said that because before
do you know what I'm doing,
other
Irene? I'm projecting
you have said certain things and then put those words in my mouth. I never said those words.
Okay, let me use
so remember that.
Let me use you.
So you don't pretend I said those words.
I redact that. Let me use a word you do. You are so convinced in your head that I'm a liar and a terrorist. They're your words, remember?
Yeah.
And so you are so convinced in your head that whatever you hear, you will make out to be a personal attack on you. What is your, without shouting at me, what is your response to that? Am I completely wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go. We're never going to ever going to find any solution here.
Of course not.
No.
As long as you're not going to stop, there isn't going to be a solution.
Okay. Well, then there we go then. There we go. That's it. Bottom line. Bottom line. So I've offered you multiple olive branches now.
Okay.
I'm done.
I'll deal with you.
Okay. Is that a threat? How are you dealing?
You keep trying to pretend that I'm threatening you.
You just said I'll deal with you.
Yeah,
you told me to drop dead.
I'll give you a deal. I'll make a deal with you. When are you going to finish decorating?
Don't know.
Right.
Do you know? Okay, fine. If I can give you a date, I will only give you a date if, on the proviso that if we need to, we can extend it however long we need to. Because I'm not going to put a date on it so that you can then come round in a week and be like, you said you'd finish by now. Because you know what? It takes as long as it fucking takes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Yeah, it's in, no, do you think you've won? You think you've got some little like game win over me? But what I'm telling you is, I'm not, why would I give you a date? Because all it does is give you some sort of ammunition to fuel your victimhood.
And actually, you didn't let me finish.
Let me say,
you didn't let me finish.
I don't care.
It's not my victim because I'm going out of my way not to be a victim.
Let's say I said we'll finish on the 20th of February. I come home on the 21st, I take my shoes off, I put my bag down, and there's a bang. You come over and go, you said you'd be finished by now. You said this. You said that. You're a liar. You're a terrorist. You are here to ruin my life. That is my only opinion of you, Irene. That is what I think of you.
Yeah, if you continue that behavior,
so go on then
yeah, of course you won't stop, and of course I will continue to be trouble.
Okay, go on then. Tell me, let's say, what's the date today? Someone? What's the date today? Do you know? 8th? Is it the 8th?
I think so.
Okay, 7th. Let's say 2 more weeks, 21st.
8.
Okay, I don't think it should take that long, but let's say it is that long. What's the rest of your solution? Your deal, your bargain?
Because after that, you should just make living noises, and I know exactly what living noises sound like.
The thing is, you live by yourself.
This house.
You live by yourself. There's 2 of us. We live above you on a house that's not meant to be a flat.
I just told you, I know what real living noises sound like.
What does that mean? What are real? Go on, give me some examples of real living noises.
If you can't hear me in the kitchen,
below us.
In the kitchen,
I don't think you understand that.
If you can't hear me, then I shouldn't be able to hear you.
Your noises are absorbed by a solid concrete floor.
I'm talking about ambient noises. And actually,
so what?
If I were to behave and keep banging and dropping stuff on my floor, you would still hear it. Yes, you would. Because I tried it once. I tried it. One time.
Not with us, you didn't.
No, of course not. I haven't.
Yeah, of course you. Why? Well, if it's such a brilliant solution to our problem, try it.
I wanted to test it. I wanted to test the acoustics because I don't know what I sound like down there. You're obsessed with noise,
aren't you? You're obsessed with it. You wanted to test the acoustics of dropping a pan on the floor or something. That's what you just said. You're obsessed with the idea of it, mate. Have you measured the decibels? Have you had someone survey?
The decibels are irrespective.
Have you measured someone to come in and like measure the thickness of the concrete? God, again, brilliant. Measure the thickness of the walls. Have you had someone come into our flat to measure the thickness of the padding and the stuff under the carpet to try and dull it? Like we wanted to put wooden floors in, but we chose not to because of you. Right? We moved our bedroom to the upstairs because it's a smaller room because of you. Right? We spent
because of me.
Because we are so fucking bored and frustrated and genuinely scared for the future of us living in this house because you are so obsessed with the idea.
You're scared?
Yes.
I told you, you could have gone long ago if you were that
So could
scared.
you. So could you. I will find you.
I can't.
I will find you a buyer in a month. I will find you a buyer in a month.
I don't want nothing from you.
I will find you a buyer of market price in a month.
I don't want nothing from you because I don't want my property to go to anyone connected with the Peaches or the Smiths.
Why do you not care? Why do you not care? Why don't you just take it money and go live in the fucking country somewhere? You'd love that, mate. You could grow anything you wanted in it. You could grow anything, and anything. You could grow anything, right? In the country, you sold this for £250,000-300,000. You could afford a lovely house in the middle of fucking nowhere. That sounds lovely, right? Because that's what you want. You don't want this situation.
I want this flat because I fell in love with it. But the people have been making my life a living hell.
I could take that exact same sentence and flip it.
Yeah, so why are you still here?
Because we fell in love with the flat.
You fell in love with the flat. Yeah, because it's so great.
Because your flat's so great.
Yeah, actually my flat is a damn sight better than yours.
What a weird dick measuring. What a weird thing to say. From an adult.
Well, you started it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. You just started comparing flats, saying my flat's better than your flat. It's so pathetic. So pathetic. But you just said, I don't want to leave because I fell in love with it. I can say the exact same thing, Irene. But for some reason, when you say it, it's all fine and factual and true. Anything that comes out of my mouth, you think's a lie. And that's the problem. That's the bottom line.
Everything comes out of your mouth is a lie because it is a lie.
Well, there we go then. What's the point of having this conversation? What's the point of ever speaking to me ever again?
I told you, for as long as you continue your behaviour, I will be here projecting it back at you.
Sounds like another
and I think I've told you often enough.
Yeah, sounds like another
If you don't leave me alone, I will not leave you alone.
I've never come searching for you. I think I've knocked on your door once.
Well, you don't have to come searching for me.
Yeah, because you're always here shouting at us. Because you're always here shouting at us. That's why I haven't come searching for you. I have no desire to have you in my life whatsoever. Honestly, this is not a threat. Honestly, if I could click my fingers and you would disappear, I would do it. I have no desire.
Is that a threat?
No, it's not. I've told you explicitly it's not a threat. I would never do that, but if I had that magic wish, I think I would. Because I have no desire to have you in my life whatsoever.
I have magic wishes as well.
Go for it. Cool. Great. Again, it's another comparison that wasn't asked for. Great. So this is not some...
I'm responding to you. You start with magic wishes. I tell you I have some as well.
Cool. And what would they be? Go on then. Just throw me some.
I don't care to tell you.
Yeah, well, there you go. Great. Then don't tell me you have them then. What's the point?
Because you're going to accuse me of threatening you again. No. Because that's what you've been really angling for, haven't you?
No, because you have threatened us.
You keep telling me I'm threatening you.
You have threatened us a couple of times. You have.
Yeah, I'm calling you terrorists.
That's pretty threatening, yeah.
It's also threatening to behave like a terrorist.
You saying I behave like a terrorist? Is it?
Noise terrorist. I've explained this to you.
What is it explicitly? What am I terrorising you with?
Noise.
Okay.
Banging.
Okay, and that's purposeful.
Well, it must be if it keeps happening. It must be if it's repetitive. It must be if it never stops.
But it does stop.
It doesn't stop, does it?
Stop. Maybe not in your head. No, it does stop. It does. For example, Martin's not banged at all, I don't think. He's been drilling, he's been fixing...
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as we're arguing, the banging stops. That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, no, do you know what? It is, because you're not sat in there fucking manifesting this idea of banging. That's why it's not happening.
I'm telling you, there is no banging now. So how come there is no banging now that we're here arguing?
I just told you.
Because you're sitting here and saying about
so it's all
banging.
me. So it's all me.
Well, it must be.
So it's all me. Brilliant.
It must be.
Cool. Then even more so, I don't want you speaking to anyone else but me. Because I'm your problem.
I have not spoken to anyone else.
I know. I'm reinforcing what I told you. If
you don't have to reinforce something that I do not do.
I do explicitly because you didn't do it earlier. But if you're so convinced it's me, then you have no reason to speak to any of these people.
I have not spoken to any of those people.
You have no reason to...
I have not spoken to any of those people. The fact that you keep accusing me of doing so...
You've spoken to them previously. You have no reason to call them terrorists and liars, which you have done.
I've spoken to you.
You called them liars and terrorists too.
I called everyone. I didn't speak directly to them.
So if you're so convinced it's me, why are you calling them terrorists?
Because collectively... you are.
Yeah,
I can't distinguish who's making the racket. If it's happening in several rooms at the same time, if it's happening in several rooms at the same time, it must be all of you.
You know what we do actually. We have once an hour. We all go to separate rooms. We start stamping on the floor. You've sussed us out, Irene. You've worked it out. That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. Well done. Congratulations.
Reductio ad absurdum. Look it up.
No, I know what it means.
Oh, really?
I know, reducing someone's argument by making it completely kind of over the top and making it silly so they don't make any sense more. Yeah, right. I understand what it means. Doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean you, because you said it, it's right. That's a problem. You think whatever you say is right, and I'm telling you, sometimes it's not. You are so convinced that we're banging and crashing. I'm telling you, you're not right. But you are so convinced you are, that it doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I say.
Do you know what I started doing?
Go for it, go on.
Just to emphasise the amount of bangs that are happening on drops.
Please tell me it's a tally. Please.
Every time it happens,
tally.
I actually say out loud, there's another one.
Really?
There's another one.
Okay, good.
There's another one. At some point, I started counting. I got to 50.
Okay.
And that was inside an hour. And I stopped.
That is not sane behaviour at all. That's not.
When you hear it all the time, you can call that insane.
That is proving my point.
But I'm proving my point that what I'm saying is actually true.
You proved my point, which is you are so convinced you're a victim. You take any creak and crack in this house as a personal.
I'm not talking about
a personal attack on you, Irene.
I'm not talking about creaks and
You've
cracks.
just admitted it.
I've never talked about creaks
You just
and
said
cracks.
that you sit there, any noise you log down.
Not
another fucking
not
any
just
personal
noise.
attack,
I
Irene,
said the bangs and the drops. The bangs and the drops. The bangs and the drops. Is it sinking in yet?
If I'm dropping my shit up here 50 times an hour, why is not everything fucking broken?
I don't know. I don't know what it is
because you
drop.
never have a logical answer. You think you know.
They're hard objects and stop banging.
Oh, here we go. Is this another personal attack, is it? Another personal attack? Do you know
is
what?
it? Why don't you bang on the other side?
Do you know what?
Why don't you bang on the other side?
I'm not being dragged into this. Why don't I do that? Why don't I do this? I'm allowed to.
Well, it's always that side, isn't it?
No, it's not. I've never hit this wall before today, Irene. You are so convinced. So convinced that I literally spend my life sitting in this house going, do you know what haven't I hit yet? I'll hit that. Ah, brilliant. That's one. Irene, did you log that? Brilliant. That's two. Did you log that, Irene? No, of course not. But that's what you think in your head.
And yet that's exactly what I'm hearing. Not just here, but on the floors upstairs.
Okay.
The insane drops.
Okay.
All of it.
The insane drop. What do you mean, insane drops?
Right there, you're denying it again. And I told you, these things don't happen by themselves. They need an agent to make them happen.
Like oh my God, what do you think? Here's a hard question, maybe. Can you paint me a picture, roughly, of an hour in my life, what I do? Up here, please. Just have a guess. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
The only thing I know is the bangs and the drops. I cannot tell you what it is you're doing.
I know, it's fortunate.
Because that's all I hear.
It's fortunate, isn't it? It's really fortunate you can't tell me. Really fortunate.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I can't see what you're doing.
I've offered you to
and
come
I'm
in.
supposed to tell you what you're doing.
I've offered you to come in.
Are you for real?
I've offered you to come in. But you won't.
Like you're going to behave the way you do when I'm down here.
Yeah, that's it.
That is exactly
what
it.
I do. Actually, when people come over, I put on my fluffy slippers and I walk around in silence. That's exactly what I do. Because that's what I, in my limited free time, that's exactly what I do. Really.
While we've been sitting here, you've banged on the partition.
Yeah, to prove
several
a point.
times.
To prove a point.
Just while we've been sitting
here. To prove
here.
a point, Irene.
To prove a point, right? Because you need to reinforce.
While we've been standing here,
you have to reinforce my argument that you're banging.
While you've been standing here, you call me all sorts of fucking nonsense. You accuse me of all sorts of stuff.
That's a curveball. That is a curveball. While we've been sitting here, you've been reinforcing my point about banging.
While we've been standing here, you've accused me of all sorts of fucking lies, if I'm honest. So
they're not lies if they're true.
They're not lies if they're true in your head. That's the full sentence.
They're true on the recordings.
In your head.
They are facts.
Oh, they're facts. Okay.
Yes, they're facts.
In your head. In your head.
That's where you would like them to be, which makes you a bully.
No.
Because it's only a bully that tries to make someone else feel less than they are.
I teach kids occasionally, and I would say calling someone a liar and a bully and a terrorist is actually far more bullying behaviour than trying to sit here and logically work through an argument.
It's not bullying behaviour when it's true.
You shout, and you told her to drop dead, go to hell.
I keep repeating.
You said to Meg, run, that's it, run away.
I didn't say it to Meg, I said it to both of you because you're leaving at the same time.
Proof of my argument. In your head, it is factually one thing, even though I'm telling you it's another. I didn't shout at Meg, but you did.
I shouted at both of you because you were both leaving.
Yes, but the reality is, what you think happened is different to what actually happened.
It's only that Meg was the one that heard it. Just because it was only Meg that heard it doesn't mean I was only saying it to Meg.
Yes, but you understand my point. It's two sides of the same perspective. If you really, really must go that route.
That's bullshit. That's what you're making it.
Okay, cool. Well,
that's what you would like it to be. You would like me to make out. You would like to make out that I attacked the women.
No.
That is not true.
No, not at all.
Because that is what the
they're your words.
Previous people have done as well.
No,
and the fact that you keep saying, don't talk to them, talk to me. I am talking to you. I'm not talking to them.
Do you know the reason I don't want to speak to them? Do you know the reason I want to speak to them? Firstly, Meg, not comfortable in this house with you. That's why I don't want to speak to her. Smile.
There you go. Why are you still here?
That's a lovely smile.
Why is it still here? If I make you so uncomfortable.
Do you relish the fact that you make someone uncomfortable?
Why are you still... No, that's not why I relish the fact.
That's quite bullying behaviour.
I relish the fact that you're admitting I'm making you uncomfortable.
No, not me.
Because...
Not me. I can do this all day.
You said earlier, it's horrible with me living here.
Yeah,
okay, you didn't use horrible...
You're a nightmare. You're awful.
Yeah, I am a nightmare.
Right,
I am a nightmare. Yet
neighbour.
you continue being here.
You are a terrible
You
neighbour.
continue being here.
Yeah.
When you could go anywhere else.
I lived in North London and there was an Eastern European guy who had a disabled son, right? My housemates occasionally would get in about 11, 12 o'clock. The door to our flat was especially heavy. A couple of times it banged, it woke up his disabled son. He came to our door with a meat cleaver. He was a chef. That is pretty awful behaviour, right? That's pretty awful behaviour.
Yeah, why are you telling me?
I installed padding on the door to stop it slamming so much. Exactly what Martin's done here, by the way, to try and stop it slamming so much.
But it still actually knocks when you try and open the door. Just opening the door, it knocks. And I'm not saying anything about that.
I would still say the 6'4", 250-pound Eastern European man with a cleaver is a better neighbour than you.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a better neighbour.
I'd happily have him
going at you with going at them with a cleaver.
Because he understood logic. When we spoke, he listened. We had a vocabulary and we had a
I do not
conversation.
listen to lies.
Yeah, well, there we go.
I do not listen to lies. And I will not let you persuade me otherwise.
Irene, then point proven. You have told yourself it's one thing. You won't listen to anything else that defies your logic, your truth, your facts. So this conversation is fucking pointless. We are not going to agree. I have exhausted my energy for you. I am done with you. I don't want you speaking to us ever again. If you do, I will call the police. Because you are absolutely...
You do that, and then you can explain to them what it is you're doing and how you lied to them as well about what I said.
I will call the police for the third time on you in fucking not very long. I am so sick and tired of you, Irene. I think it's best for both our mental health just to stay the fuck away from each other.
You stop your behaviour and there will be quiet in this house. I've repeated this several times now.
Let's flip that. You stop calling us terrorists and liars and banging on our door, getting us and shouting at us and screaming at us and all this stuff, and I'll stop banging. How about that?
I haven't actually banged on your door.
How about that? Oh,
I've caught you when you were in the hall.
First time.
I've caught you in the hall.
The first time we were ever in this flat, we were up there, you banged on our door.
I didn't bang, I knocked, and I recorded that as well.
Oh my god. Okay, you knocked on our door. You explicitly stayed below the threshold of bang and were well in knock. Fine.
It was a knock on the door.
Maybe that's what we're doing. Maybe we're knocking on the floor. Maybe we're not banging at all. Maybe that's what you got it all wrong.
Are you knocking on the floor?
No, I'm not. I'm just taking your ridiculous argument, mate, and showing you how fucking ridiculous.
Your ridiculous argument.
Okay. So honestly, I'm done with this. I've got stuff to do. Where do we go from here?
you stop your behaviour.
Okay, you stop talking to us.
I will stop talking with you so long as you stop your behaviour.
Okay, you stop calling us terrorists and liars. We think about it. Like, where is the common ground here? Because you're accusing us of behaviour. I'm telling you, we haven't done. So we can't stop our
I do not accept lies.
We can't stop our behaviour if we're not doing said behaviour. I'm telling you that, and that's why. Listen, let's get an arbitrator, let's get a lawyer, let's get someone to come in and
Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that?
Categorically prove that we aren't doing what you said we're doing. But the thing is, the problem is, Irene, then what? Because you're so wrapped up in your own head, you won't believe it.
When you tell me you've called someone in, I will record what the noise is up there.
Okay.
And I can guarantee you there will be no banging.
Why? How can you guarantee that?
Because you will not expose yourself by showing your real behaviour.
Okay. Do you know what? I thought this about you, actually. I thought you were vindictive master manipulator. But actually, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the master manipulator. Maybe I'm twinkle toes when people are around and I'm fucking
There
big
you go again.
But that's what you're claiming.
Making everything ridiculous.
That's what you're claiming, mate. That's what you're claiming. You are claiming exactly that. That when I'm here by myself or with these guys, I'm purposefully making noise. And when anyone else comes, I go all quiet.
Well, why has it gone quiet now? Why are there no bangs on the floors?
Because you're stood here, not manifesting in your own head.
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. You are unbelievable.
Really? Really?
Because you're telling me I'm imagining the racket.
No, I've already explicitly said what I think you're doing. I'm telling you there is noise, right? But I'm telling you what you're doing is purposefully sitting there going, right, that was against me. That noise was against me.
That is not what I'm saying.
You are.
I'm counting the bangs and the drops.
Yeah, exactly. But you think are personal against you. You think they're personal against you because you're counting them. Because you're counting them because you think they're against you. You're counting attacks on you.
Because no.
Aren't you?
I start again. Because
you're
all
counting
the
attacks.
Other previous occupants
which aren't me, Irene.
In exactly the same
and
way.
Again,
and
I'll tell you the same thing. You're the common factor, not me, not Pete, not Buckley. You are the common factor.
Others must have been decorating.
You are the common factor.
365 days a year
are the only
around
one.
the clock.
You are the only common factor.
Yeah. With a whole bunch of
bunch
of terrorists living in the upstairs flat, banging on the floors and dropping on the floors.
Is it like do you just not like men? Do you not like white people?
I was going to ask you if you're a misogynist.
Oh, were you?
And you only like women who keep quiet.
Excellent. Please ask me that. Please. Go. I'd love you to ask me that.
I don't care what you are.
You clearly
I
do.
care how you affect my life.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got lots to do.
Yeah.
Let's just.
I
think
Like I said, if you stop banging on the floors, you might actually get some work done.
If you leave us the hell alone, we will get work done.
I have left you alone plenty. But you were too busy.
An hour and 6 minutes.
Well, that's up to you, isn't it?
An hour and
That
6
is up
minutes.
to you. Why would you be interested? Tell me, how do you rationalise torturing me? How do you do that? I asked you a question. It's difficult, isn't it? Trying to make up more lies. And it doesn't matter that you're sticking another camera in my face. Are you going to stop banging on the floors and dropping hard stuff? Don't pretend you're exasperated. You're only exasperated because I'm challenging your behaviour. Yes, sure. Those bangs don't happen by themselves. Those drops don't happen by themselves. Okay? Now I'd really appreciate it if you'd stop it. Just because you're keeping quiet doesn't mean that you're not doing anything. And as for being an actor, you're not a very good one.
Anything else? Anything else today, Irene?
Yeah, you're ridiculing me.
No,
All the time you're ridiculing
No,
me.
I'm just tired of you, and this is the only way I think I can
You're
take
only
you.
tired of me because you don't want to hear from me. You can want to be able to torture me without hearing from me. That's why you're bored. That's why you don't want to hear from me.
You've got it all sussed out.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, all sussed out. Completely and utterly.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
You're a torturer. You're a terrorist.
Okay.
A noise terrorist.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Irene. Okay. Anything
Go
else?
on. Patronising as well. What else?
Anything else today? Is there anything else you want to shout us
I
about?
will repeat constantly what I keep telling you.
Yeah.
For as long as you continue your behaviour, I will be here challenging you.
Okay.
I will not stay quiet.
Okay. Thank you for informing us of what you're doing. I to be honest, but between me and you right now, I just don't care. I'm bored of you. This is the only way I can deal with you now. I have no desire to speak to you or converse with you.
Then stop behaving like that. Stop banging on the floors. Stop dropping
If you
stuff.
keep accosting us in this hallway, I will call the police on you again.
Why don't you do that? And why don't you also explain to them why I'm accosting you in this hallway?
No, I can't explain, Irene.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You just don't want to because you'd expose yourself and you'd expose your denials and all your lies.
It's all a big. Yeah, that's it. You sussed it. Well done. Congratulations. How long did it take you? Congratulations.
Patronising, like a real psycho.
Oh my God! Please keep going. This is absolutely golden for me. This is
Of
absolutely
course
golden.
it is golden. You're trying to pretend that I'm mad, that I'm imagining things like you've told me I am. And yet the bangs and the stomps and the drops continue constantly.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Is there anything new to add to this today?
No, I will keep repeating
if you don't mind,
until you
can you
understand that
kindly
you're
leave me alone?
torturing me.
If there's nothing new to add to your accusations today, I'm going to kindly ask you to leave me alone.
They're not
If there's
accusations,
nothing
they're
new to add to your
repetitions
accusations
of a
today,
reflection of your behaviour.
If there is nothing
and
new,
I will keep repeating these things until you stop.
If there is nothing new to add to your accusation today, Irene, I would kindly ask you to stop talking to me.
I will not stop if you continue your
To
behaviour.
accost me in this corridor, I will call the police on
If you want me to stop accosting you in this hallway, you will stop your behaviour.
I have no idea what behaviour you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
Yes, but do you know what, Irene? I'm so sick and tired of this. My only course of action now is to blanket ignore you. So I am no longer speaking to you today. You can continue shouting and yelling if you want, but if you speak to me in this corridor one more time without my permission, I will call the police.
Why don't you do that
I've already called the police
now?
about you twice.
Why
Irene.
don't you
They are
do that
fully
right
aware.
now?
They are fully aware of who you are and what you are and what you've said in the past. They know all about you, Irene, and I'm sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of you. I am no longer interested in speaking to you. I'm asking you
Then
to...
stop your
I am asking you to
behaviour
leave
and
me
you
alone.
will not hear from me again.
I am asking you to leave me alone
Stop
in my corridor.
your
I am asking you-
behaviour. Stop
I am asking-
your
I'm starting to feel
behaviour.
quite uncomfortable, Irene.
Stop
I'm asking-
your
Yep.
behaviour.
Okay, I'm feeling quite uncomfortable.
I will
I'm
keep
asking-
telling
Yep,
you
okay.
until you
Yep,
stop.
so this is evidence of what I
Stop
have to go through
your
every time I walk through my corridor.
behaviour.
Every time I walk through my corridor,
Stop
this is
your
what happens.
behaviour.
This is, Irene, the last time I want to...
Stop your behaviour.
Okay, it's really, really boring.
Stop
Yes, okay,
your
okay,
behaviour.
Okay. Anything else new to add? Anything else new to add, Irene?
I have
Anything
told
else
you
new to add?
time
No?
and again.
Anything else new to
I
add?
will
Okay.
keep repeating the same
Okay.
thing
Have a good day,
until
Irene.
you
Have a
stop.
good day, Irene. Yep.
Until
Watch it. As I walk through my corridor, that's what I go through every time I walk through my
Until
corridor.
you
This is evidence
stop.
of what I go through every time I walk through my
Until
corridor.
you
Goodbye,
stop.
Irene. Have a great
Until
day.
you Dead.
One more time for me. Go on.
Yeah, drop dead.
Thank you very much. That's all I wanted today. Thank you very much.
You psycho-terrorist.
Excellent. Thank you very much,
You
Irene. Thank you.
psycho-terrorist.
You have a great day. Thank
You
you.
psycho-terrorist.
Okay, thank you very much.
You
As I close the door, that's
psycho-terrorist.
what she shouts after me.
You
Sure.
psycho-terrorist.
Totally normal behaviour.
The usual.
Oh, God.
Yes, God.
Another day. Another day. This is what we have to deal with day after day. This is what we have to deal with.
What I'm having to deal with, and I keep telling you, stop banging, and I'll stop complaining.
Okay, Irene, very, very boring now. We've barely got up. We've sat around this
You
morning.
are torturing me.
Yes, we're talking. Do you know what about you? Are you not torturing us?
That's my response to you torturing me.
Okay,
If
okay.
you want me to stop,
Please admit it then.
You stop banging on the floor.
So you are torturing us. You're admitting that you are torturing us.
I have not admitted torturing you.
You just
I
said.
have admitted that I'm responding
Yep.
to you torturing
Which
me.
we categorically deny, so you are admitting you are torturing us.
I'm not torturing you.
Yep.
I'm responding
Oh,
to
that sounds
you
excellent. Yep.
torturing
Yes,
me.
okay. And what? Please explain.
As long as you continue, I will be here reflecting it back at
Oh,
you.
will you? Okay. So you're admitting just now that you are purposefully making our life miserable.
You are making my life
By doing
miserable.
what, Irene?
You are making my life
We never knock on
miserable.
your door. We
For
never
as
shout
long
at
as you
you.
continue,
We never knock on your
for
door.
as
We
long-
never shout at you. We never
You
knock on
don't
your
have
door.
to
We never
knock
shout
on
at
my
you.
door,
We
do
never
you?
knock on your door. We never shout at
Because
you.
you
We
keep
never,
banging
ever,
on
ever,
the
ever knock on
floors.
your door, and you
You
always,
keep
always, always
banging
shout
on
at.
the floors.
No, we're not, Irene.
You keep banging
With
on
what?
the floors.
With what? With what?
You tell me you're doing
You
it.
can't. That's the thing. You can't say. You can't tell.
Because I can't physically see you, that doesn't mean to say
Then
it's
come into
not
our flat.
happening.
Go into our flat and have a look.
I really don't give a shit about your
Okay,
flat.
thank you. Please call the police. Thank you very much.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Thank you, Meg. Thank you.
Because I've recorded every single
Okay.
bang you've made.
Okay. Cool.
Insane bangs,
Okay,
in
insane.
fact.
Thank you.
Yes,
Brilliant.
insane bangs on the floor.
According to you, are we banging on purpose to make your life miserable?
You must be,
Okay.
because you're not stopping it.
Okay.
You must be, because every single person who lived in the upstairs flat behaved in exactly
Okay.
the same
So
way.
according to you, we are purposefully banging to make your life miserable.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Because
excellent.
there's no reason why you should be banging on
Not
the
banging on the floor.
floors.
Not banging on
You're
the floor.
not banging.
Walking
No,
around-
you're not banging.
walking around
the
my
house
apartment.
is banging by
No,
itself.
I'm walking around my apartment and you are
That
shouting
is
at
not
us.
walking. What you're doing is not walking. It's banging.
Yeah, okay.
Hard
Okay.
objects on the floor.
Okay, we're banging hard objects on the floor.
Yes,
on
you
purpose
are.
to make your life miserable.
You must be.
Are you that
because
paranoid?
there's no reason
You're that
why you
paranoid.
should be doing it.
Do you know what? Maybe you should look into why you're so paranoid.
It's not paranoia when it's true. And there you are ridiculing again.
It's funny that, isn't it?
What is funny?
That
Is it
you're-
funny that
you-
you're torturing me?
No,
Do you think
no.
that's funny?
You are the only one who comes out, bangs on your door to try and scare us, comes into the corridor, shouts at us.
I
In
did
fact,
that
you are
once to
the
give
only person.
to give you
are
an
the
idea
only
of what
person.
it feels like.
You are the only
of
person
what it feels
who
like
is
to be
terrorising
listening to the
someone here,
constant
Irene. You are
bangs
the only
on the
person.
floor.
You are the only person.
This is my response to you
Yep, and you're
torturing
admitting
me.
it. You are
For as
purposely-
long as you will continue banging on the floors,
Which we're not
I
doing.
will be here projecting it back
Projecting
at you.
it back at you, your favourite phrase. It doesn't really mean anything, Irene.
Continue ridiculing.
The bottom line is,
the
you
fact
are
you're ridiculing
intentionally.
makes you a psycho.
Okay, brilliant. The fact of the matter is, you are intentionally terrorising us. You
I'm
admitted
not
it,
terrorising you when I'm asking you to stop.
and we're telling you we're
So
not
long
doing
as you
it.
continue, I will be asking you to stop.
One of the things that you said was making a lot of noise. We then fixed. You said thank you once, and since then you've gone on to shout at everyone because you're the only one in the right. You are the only person correcting the scenario.
I'm the only one
The
who's
bottom line
listening
is,
to
Irene,
you banging
you are
on
the
the
only
floors.
one terrorising us. You are the terrorist, not
I'm
us.
responding to you
Yes,
torturing
you are throwing
me.
it back at us. We're not
Go on,
torturing you.
continue ridiculing.
I am ridiculing you.
For as long as you continue your behaviour, I will be here projecting it back
What
at you.
behaviour,
Why should you
Irene?
have a quiet
What
life when
behaviour,
you don't let
Irene?
me have a
What
quiet
behaviour,
life?
Irene? What
Why
behaviour?
should you have a quiet life when you do not let me have a quiet life.
Behaviour, Irene?
How many times do I have to repeat it? You keep banging and stomping on the floors. You keep dropping stuff. Really heavy stuff. And there's no reason for you to do so.
Okay. That's what you believe, is it?
For as long, it's not a belief when I'm recording it.
Okay, we're recording you, Irene, because
Yes, you're recording me shouting at you because you're not stopping the fucking racket.
I have proof that you are the terrorist here, Irene.
You are the terrorist and I'm responding to you torturing me. I've told you time and again, when you stop,
please, keep going.
It doesn't matter how close you hold your mobile.
I'm holding it as
For
close
as
as
long
I can.
as you
I do not trust you,
continue
and I'm wary of you.
stomping and banging on the floors and dropping heavy stuff, I will be projecting your behavior against you. You have to come knock on my door. You can do it all while being in your flat, can't you?
What do you mean?
Banging and dropping stuff on the floor. You
Listen,
don't even have to
listen.
leave your flat to make
Listen.
my life a living hell.
Do you know what? That's the thing. That is the crux of it, Irene. You are so we don't know you. Up until we first came to this flat to view it, we did not know you. You are so convinced.
You've never seen me, but you did know me.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yes, you
do
did,
you know what?
because I know exactly who you are.
Who am I? Who am I?
Why don't you tell me?
Why don't you tell me who I am?
Why don't you tell
Why don't
me?
you tell me
Why
who I
did
am?
you refuse to answer my question?
I have
when
no
asked
obligation
you?
to answer any of your questions.
Right.
Yeah.
No obligation.
Do you know what? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Let me tell you who I am. I am the son of the current landlord of this, the current owner of this property. Do you know, no, before you say anything, guess why I didn't tell you who I was? Because the first time I met you, you called my parents son of a bitches. I did not feel safe.
I didn't call
you
your
dare
parents
speak.
sons of bitches.
Don't you dare
I
speak.
called the people in the upstairs flat sons of bitches.
Who is that, Irene?
Who've been terrorizing
Who's that?
me.
Who is that?
And I knew exactly who you are, and thank you for confirming it.
Good. You know, I've got no shame of who I am. Do you know what?
That's why you refuse to answer my question.
The reason I hide who I am from you, Irene, is because the first time you met me, you said the owner of the upstairs flat, my parents, are sons of bitches. You've never met my parents, so you have no idea.
Yes, I have met
What's
your
their names? Who are they?
parents.
What are they like? Why are they sons of
Ellen
bitches?
and Claire.
No.
Your
Why are they sons
mother
of
came
bitches?
to me and
Yep.
asked me to sign a document
Yes.
where I signed off my right to buy the freehold because
Okay.
she said she wanted to buy it.
Okay.
She's never registered that freehold.
Do you know why? Because it was lost with the
It was
yes,
lost.
It was lost with the fucking
Really?
lawyers. Yes.
Lost with the fucking noise.
Come in here now. In here now. In here now. In here now.
Why?
We're on the police. We're on the phone to the police now.
Okay. Brilliant. Thank you very much. How long till they arrive?
No, get in
How
here.
long till they arrive?
I don't know. Can you please get in here? This is the advice we've got. So inside.
Looking forward to this, aren't you? I'm really looking forward to this.
So am I.
Really looking forward.
Terrorist!
Is that right?
Yes, you are!
So you're the one who screamed.
Fucking psycho!
Brilliant. You're the one who screamed at Meg, making you have to lock the door out of fear. She's scared, Irene. You're.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah, go for it.
She locked the door
Yeah.
before
Because
I
she's scared
screamed
of
at her,
you.
cunt.
Because she's scared of you, Irene. Because you're a
I've
horrible.
never said anything to her and I screamed at her through the fucking ceiling. you
Exactly.
prick.
Exactly. She's scared of you, Irene. Because you're a scary, vindictive, vicious woman. That's what you
You're
are.
a fucking terrorist.
Yeah, brilliant,
And
okay.
I've told you before, if you do not stop banging on the floors, I will make myself heard. Yeah, you know it's funny.
It's
isn't it?
hilarious.
Is it
Because you
funny
are the only
to
one.
terrorize people.
You are the only one causing an issue. You're the one shouting
You're
at
the
people.
one causing a fucking issue, you prick.
Brilliant. Keep going, please.
Drop dead.
Please. Excellent.
Drop dead, you fucking prick.
Are you going to stop shouting at us through the door and through the floor?
I will not stop shouting
Yep, I know.
until you stop banging. You think that's funny, do you?
No. I just don't know how else to react to you, Irene. Because you're a joke. You're a liar.
You're
You're
the
a
fucking
vindictive.
joke, you psycho.
Excellent. Keep going, please.
Yeah, I will. If you do not stop, I will keep shouting at you.
Did you enjoy your visit from the police recently?
Is that what you do? Try to bully me into silence?
No.
You prick!
No, Irene, you're the bully because you're the one who makes Meg have to lock her door because she's scared of you. You're the bully.
Given her a reason to be scared of me, you prick!
Also, here's a question. How come you are so sure that she locked the door before you shouted at her? Are you stalking her?
I do not know she locked the door.
So after...
I shouted at her
After...
when she was upstairs
Yes.
banging through the ceiling. If she locked her door afterwards, that's not my problem.
So, I was away, I had to come back early because Meg told me you had shouted at her through the door
You are so
and she
full
was...
of bullshit, you prick.
Is that right?
That might fly with the police and anyone who doesn't know what you're doing. But don't forget who you're talking to.
I'm talking to
I'm
you.
the one you're torturing.
Is that right?
Yes, it is right.
Torturing.
You're torturing me.
Okay.
Stop banging on the fucking floor.
We're not banging on the fucking floors, Irene. We are not doing it.
I'm recording you fucking doing it.
And I'm recording you, Irene.
Prick.
I am recording you, Irene, because you are full.
I know you're fucking recording me, which is why I'm not opening the fucking door.
Oh, I can still hear you, mate. Don't worry.
You are a bully. You are a psycho.
Okay.
You are a torturer.
Okay, let's put this
Stop
in,
banging on the floor.
let's put this into some perspective, shall we?
Stop banging on the floors. 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 Have you got it yet?
Let's put this into some perspective, shall we?
What perspective?
Apparently...
You won't leave me alone. The fact that you keep banging on
What
the
do you
floor.
mean? What do you mean? What do you mean we won't leave you alone? What do you mean
You
we...
tell lies to the police.
No, Irene, you tell lies to the police. I've got documented proof that you lied to the police, Irene. I have a crime reference number of you lying to the police. Oh, it's excellent. Please keep going. Please keep going, because the bottom line is you call me a bully, you call me a terrorist, yet Meg is the only one who has to lock the door because she's scared of you. Because she's scared of you.
I'm fucking locking the door because of you psychos.
Is that right?
I'm fucking locking the door because of you psychos.
Do you know what, Irene? I highly recommend you get out once in a while, because I've never seen you leave the house, and I think it's playing with your head.
Really? You wouldn't know if I'm leaving the house because I'm not making a racket.
But apparently you know when we lock our doors.
You would not know if I'm leaving the house.
Oh, we've lived here for like a month and a half, and I've never seen you outside this building, Irene. Never seen you outside this building. It's not good for you. It's not good for your mental health.
You are a prick. You are a psycho. You are a torturer.
Okay.
What I do is none of your business.
No, and what we do is none of yours, Irene.
None of your business.
What we do is none of yours, Irene.
When
So
you're laying on the floor
I
with
highly,
that is my
highly
fucking
recommend.
business.
I
You
highly,
fucking prick.
highly
Stop
recommend.
banging on the floor.
I highly recommend
Stop
you
banging
stop
on the floor.
shouting at us, Irene.
Stop banging on the floor.
This is golden.
Stop banging on the floors. Have you got it yet?
Okay, do you know what? You can keep going, stop banging on the floors as much as you want, but I'm going to tell you to stop shouting at Meg. Stop shouting at...
Banging on the floor.
That sounds like you... Can you... Irene,
Stop banging
do you mind...
on the floor.
Irene, I just heard you bang on the floor.
Stop
Do you mean
banging
keeping the
on
noise down?
floor.
Please keep the noise down.
Stop banging on the floor.
Please keep the noise down, Irene.
Stop banging on the floor.
Yeah, I think you're the only one.
Is banging on the floors. I will shout at her.
But she's
I
not-
was sparing her until now.
Oh, very gracious of you, Irene.
Never once spoke to her.
What?
Never once
Irene,
spoke to her.
what were you sparing her
I
from?
spoke to you and I shouted.
What were you sparing her from? What were you sparing her from?
This is the first time I shouted at Megan.
You said you were sparing her. What from?
This is the first
Your
time
abuse?
Because you're the psycho, not Megan. She's
Yeah, you've sussed it. You've sussed it. You've sussed it.
You psycho.
I'm the psycho. I'm the psycho. Okay, excellent, excellent. Do you know what? You said more than I've ever needed you to say in that little tirade. You said you were sparing her, which means you are doing this on purpose. You are choosing when and what you do.
Because of your reaction, I knew that you would react like this if I just did it once. And
Yeah.
here you are.
Yes.
Shouting at me like I do it all the time.
Yes.
That's the reason I never addressed Megan.
Because
Never
if
once
I have to...
Today.
I was away overnight. I was planning on being away today. I had to come back early because Megan is not comfortable.
She is not in danger.
Not being in her... She's not...
in danger.
Irene, because of you...
She is not in danger.
But how do we know?
She is not in danger.
But Irene...
She is not in danger.
How do we know?
She is not in danger.
How do we know?
She is not in danger.
Do you know...
She is
Oh my
not
God.
in danger.
Nothing...
She is not in danger.
Ah!
She is not in
Nothing has
danger.
made me more sure than someone repeating the same sentence over and over again. Irene, honestly, get some help. Honestly.
Stop banging on the floors.
Excellent.
Stop banging on the floors.
Excellent.
Stop banging on the floors.
I have never been less convinced that we are not in danger from you.
Stop banging on the floors. Stop banging on the floors. Stop banging on the floors. Do you understand? Yeah, you laugh, you fucking psycho.
Yep, because it's
It
laughable.
must be really funny torturing
No,
someone.
it's not, because we're not doing that.
That's why I call you a psycho.
Do you know what?
You are laughing. You have no empathy. You are relentless.
Because you're the one being aggressive to us,
I was
Irene.
aggressive towards you because of your behavior.
Thing
It is my reaction to your behavior.
What behaviour? There we go. You have nothing.
Drop dead.
Okay.
Your behavior.
What behaviour?
You are a psycho.
What behaviour?
You bang on the floor.
No, we don't.
You even banged on the fucking
No, we don't.
partition while you were recording me.
Yes,
You
to
just
prove a
can't help
point.
yourself, can you?
Irene, if that's all you have,
Can't help
if that is
yourself.
all you have, you are done, because I banged on the partition while you were watching me to question what sort of banging you could hear. I was trying to work out what type of banging it was. If that is all you have, you are dead in the water, mate.
You're the aggressive one.
Yeah, sure.
What you're doing, your behaviour, the constant banging, is
Irene,
aggressive.
Irene,
You couldn't even
Irene,
stop
Irene,
yourself while you were
Irene.
recording me.
Was it me
You
or was
couldn't
it you?
Stop yourself while you were recording me.
Was it me?
You psycho.
Was it me or was it you that this morning, was it me or was it you this morning that shouted, "Stop banging, you scum-sucking bitch"? Was that me or was that you? Was that me or was that you? Was that me or was that you?
Go to someone else, you psycho.
Was that me or was that you,
You're
Irene?
forgetting who you're talking to.
I'm not, I know exactly who I'm...
Torturing.
I know exactly who I'm talking to, Irene, and it makes me fucking disgusting that I'm even talking to you.
Police about it.
Yes, excellent, okay.
Fuck you and drop dead, you psycho.
Excellent, keep going, please. I've got it all on film. All on film.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Yeah, all on film, and it's
Take it
going...
to the police,
It's
you
going
psycho.
straight to the police with the other evidence we have against
Explain
you.
to them what you're doing, you psycho.
It wasn't me this morning who shouted at Meg.
I shouted at her because she was banging on the floor.
Yeah, yes. You told her to stop banging, you scum-sucking bitch. Pretty aggressive, right?
I shouted at her through the ceiling. Through the fucking ceiling.
Can you not...
Why are you allowed to bang and make my life hell?
We're not.
I'm not allowed to say anything.
We're not banging.
You fucking psycho.
We're not banging, Irene.
You are fucking psycho.
Here's what's funny.
You
Here's
are
what's funny.
fucking psycho.
I use an electric drill.
You are fucking psycho.
I used an electric drill yesterday.
You're ridiculous.
I used...
You are psycho.
Irene,
And
trust
you
me.
think-
Trust me.
You think you can get away with this?
I'm louder than you. I used an electric drill yesterday, and you did not once complain about that noise. Therefore,
I
fact,
put up with
it
it.
is not
I put
about
up with it.
noise.
I
It is
put
not
up
about
with it.
noise. What do you mean?
I put
What
up
do you
with
mean?
it. I put up with it.
Oh, brilliant!
I put up
Brilliant!
with it.
You put up with
I
it.
put up with it.
Oh, okay.
I put up with it. I put up with it.
Oh, do you know
I
what?
put up with it.
I'm laughing so I don't
put
cry,
up with
Irene.
it. I put up with it. Now drop dead, you psycho.
Thank you for the evidence, Irene. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Why don't you tell the police what you're doing, you psycho?
Don't worry,
You
I will.
coward.
Don't
You
worry, I will.
are a coward.
I will, Irene.
You are a coward.
I'm the one standing here.
You are a coward.
I'm the one standing
You
here.
are only standing there because you know nothing's gonna happen to you. That's the reason you're standing there.
No, I don't.
And don't pretend.
I don't.
that
I
I'm
have-
afraid. I'm
I
shouting
have
at
no
you.
idea what you're
You're
capable of,
the
Irene.
aggressive one, you prick.
Okay, what proof have you got I'm aggressive? When have I ever been aggressive?
When you bang on the floor.
There we go, there we
when
go.
you bang on the partition.
There we go.
You can't help yourself.
There we go. Okay.
You can't help yourself.
If that's all you've got,
You can't help yourself,
Okay.
you psycho.
if that's all you've got
You
as
can't
evidence
help
of me being
yourself,
aggressive,
you
you're dead in the
psycho.
water and you know it.
I will keep repeating it.
Yep.
Stop
As will
banging
I.
on the floor.
As will I.
Stop banging on the
You've
floor.
been through a court case.
Stop
You must
banging
know
on
you
the
have zero
floor.
evidence. Congratulations.
Stop banging on the floors. Stop banging on the floors. Stop banging on the floors.
Irene, if I were you, I'd
Stop banging on the floors.
support your voice from your
Stop banging
diaphragm.
on the floors.
Support your voice.
Stop
You're gonna wreck your
banging
voice.
on the floors. Stop banging 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 on the floors. Fuck off, you cunt.
Thank you. I told you once, and I'll tell you again, do not speak to Meg.
This was the first time I shouted at her. You prick. You prick. Yeah, why don't you do that so I can play them the recordings I'm making?
Okay, Irene.
You psycho-terrorist!
Okay.
You psycho-terrorist!
Yes, okay.
You psycho-terrorist!
Yes, congratulations.
You psycho-terrorist!
What's this?
Is a called flat
You
wine.
need to get a life and stop banging on the floor!
Irene, there's some food here for you. Do you want to stop shouting at me and come get your delivery, or? Yeah?
You psycho-terrorist!
Thanks for witnessing this.
Thank you.
Why don't you come inside and you can witness what they're doing?
Just going to stand here and
You
record
psycho-terrorist!
Stand here and record you, if
You
that's okay.
psycho-terrorist!
Okay.
You psycho-terrorist! You need to get a fucking life!
Okay. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
You psycho-terrorist!
Excellent.
And don't pretend you're such a lovely neighbour, because you're forgetting who you're talking to.
I know exactly who I'm talking to you, and it makes my life
You
miserable.
psycho-terrorist!
Okay.
You stop banging on the floors and there will be quiet in this
Okay.
house!
This is the thing
You
is,
psycho-terrorist!
for us, Irene, there is
You
quiet. It's all up here.
psycho-terrorist.
It's all up here.
Yeah, right, I'm imagining all the banging. I'm imagining it, you
I'm allowed to move around
psycho-terrorist.
in my own flat.
You psycho-terrorist.
Have you got anything
You're
else to
not
add?
moving around in your flat,
course I
you're
am.
banging on the
Sure. Do you know
floor.
what's really funny?
You psycho-terrorist.
You know the specific.
You psycho-terrorist.
You know the specific.
Shut your mouth, you liar. Every time you open your mouth, you lie. You lied about who you are, you lied about
I told
what
you why.
you're doing here, and you lied about everything,
I'm
even about me. You
I'm
lied to
living
the
here.
police
I'm living here,
about
Irene.
me.
Look at what I'm doing
You
here.
lied to the police about me.
In what
You
sense?
lie about everything.
In what sense I lie?
You psycho
You lied to me because there
terrorist.
being noise in the flat.
You
We weren't
psycho terrorist.
You know what's really
You
funny?
psycho
Okay,
terrorist.
okay. Let me tell you
You
something.
psycho terrorist.
Do you know what?
You psycho terrorist.
This is the only thing that's psycho.
You psycho terrorist.
Please, go,
You
keep going.
psycho
Keep going.
terrorist.
Don't you want to call the police again,
Stop
will you?
banging on the floors.
Brilliant. Heard that one
Stop
before.
banging on the floors.
Brilliant. Heard that one before.
Stop banging on the floors.
So boring.
Stop banging on the floors. Yeah, it must be really boring sitting on the floor and banging. That must be really mind-numbingly boring. I can well imagine that. I can't imagine sitting on the floor and banging
Oh, keep
because
going.
it would be
Keep
mind-numbingly
going.
boring. boring.
Oh, it's just more evidence. It's excellent.
You think it's funny, do you?
No, I think
you
you're
think
ridiculous.
it's funny
At this point,
banging
all
on
I can
the
do is laugh
floors
at you.
and terrorising me? You think that's funny,
No, all
do
I can do is
you?
laugh at you at this point.
You think that's funny,
All I
do
can do is
you?
laugh at you at this point.
Of course you can laugh at me because you're a psycho.
Okay.
Any normal person wouldn't be laughing.
I love getting advice on being normal from you. I love it. Do you know what's really funny? You told
How
me-
come you never hear
Do you know
me?
what's really funny?
But you're
Because it's a house
constantly banging on the
conversion.
floors.
It's a
I
house-
live here too. Am I banging on the floors?
Yes.
I
can hear you
am.
bang.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't complain
Really?
about it all the time. 'Cause I
I
understand
am
there's noise in
banging
houses.
on the floors,
No, I
am
understand
I?
there's noises in houses.
Am I
Irene.
banging on the floors, am
I
I?
understand there's noises in houses.
Am I banging on the floors?
Am I banging on the
Am I
floors?
banging on the
Am I
floors?
banging on the
You
floors?
just said I'm banging on the floors.
You're
You
ridiculous.
just said
No,
I'm
I said
banging
I
on the
hear you
floors.
make noise, Irene.
You didn't. You said you hear me banging.
I don't care what I say.
You
I'm telling
play
you
back
now.
your
I'd love
recording
to.
and see what you
No,
said.
I am happy to.
You play
I am
back your
happy to.
recording and see what you
If that's
said.
all you've got.
I do not make noise.
You do.
I do not make noise. I am recording virtually
recording you.
around. The only thing you're recording is yourself banging. That's what you're recording.
Do you know what's
if
really
you're
funny?
recording.
Do you know what's excellent?
That's
Let me
the
tell you
only
something.
thing you're
Let me tell you something.
recording.
Let me tell you something
The only
priceless.
thing you're recording
Let me tell you
is you
something
banging
priceless.
on the floors.
Let me tell you something priceless. The particular room that you claimed we sit in the corner and bang, we cannot access because it's full of boxes. The police came and looked at it and proved us on that fact. They also stamped on the floor in our front room while his colleague was in here. They also couldn't hear it. So unfortunately, we now have proof from the police that it is all up here, Irene. So I'm done with you.
Right.
I'm completely
All
utterly
the
done.
recordings I have are in my head,
Yes.
are they?
Probably, maybe, I don't
That's
know.
what makes you a psycho.
Yeah, but
I
do you
don't
know
care.
what's- do you know
I
what's
don't
ridiculous?
care what you tell me because everything you
ridiculous?
said to me was a lie.
No,
So
what-
I don't
what?
care what you
Because
say.
you called my parents sons of bitches, you want to repeat that?
I called the terrorists sons of bitches.
Yeah, you also called me a terrorist, Irene.
I
You
called
my
you a
girlfriend
terrorist because
You
you're
called my
a
girlfriend's parents a
terrorist.
terrorist. You called my
I
parents
called-
sons of bitches.
I called
Yeah,
you
yeah.
a son of a bitch.
Yes, and who else?
I called the terrorists that were living in the upstairs
Yeah,
flat
the tenants. Use
terrorists.
the word they are. What about the owner? You
Psycho-
said the sons of bitch landlord. That's my parents, Irene.
No, I didn't say
I
that
have it on
because
recording.
they've not
I have
been
it on
banging on the
recording.
floors.
You called my parents sons
You're
of bitches.
lying about that
No, I'm
as
not.
well.
No, I'm not.
I did not say that, and you're lying
So-
about that as well.
so
You
Mr.
keep putting
so-
words in my mouth.
So
I did not call your parents sons
So
of
Mr.
bitches.
and Mrs. Smith
I
are
did
good
not
people.
call them. I did not know what they are.
Yeah,
what I
there we
know
go. Who comes
is that
out?
they have
Who comes
allowed
out?
your behavior
comes
to continue.
Who comes
And
out?
you are laughing.
Yeah.
That makes you a psycho.
No, I find you
What
ridiculous.
you're doing
You
is
said-
making my life a living hell, and you're laughing about it.
You call
The
my
sons of bitches who have behaved like you.
Who?
You and everyone
Who?
before
Yeah.
you.
Maybe it's the house.
And you know each other. You keep denying knowledge
Yeah.
of each other.
'Cause it's not true.
You have details about each other that
No.
you wouldn't know
Such
if
as?
you didn't know
Give
each
some
other.
examples.
I've written it
Go on
down,
then.
and I will not give you an opportunity to make
You-
up lies.
Because you don't.
More lies.
Also, I know my parents weirdly.
Drop
I know my
dead,
parents quite
you
well
son
weirdly.
of a bitch.
I know my parents
you
quite weirdly.
psycho
I know them
terrorist.
quite well weirdly.
You psycho terrorist. You psycho terrorist.
Keep going. Please. It's perfect. This is great evidence. Great evidence.
Evidence about what? That I'm telling you that you're a psycho
that you are
terrorist?
harassing us on a daily basis, Irene.
I'm not harassing you on a daily basis. I'm harassing you when I get too much of it. When I can't take it anymore.
Cool, keep going.
You psycho. Again you've lied.
What do you
I
mean
do
lied?
not harass you on a daily basis.
Okay, fine. We've got a lot of video evidence disagreeing with that.
Yeah, then check the dates on your recordings.
Okay, fine.
Check the
Fine.
dates on your recordings.
4 times a week then. So-
You liar!
so weird.
You
Why?
fucking liar!
Why?
I've recorded every time. Every
Irene,
time.
What's funny is
Then you need to check your facts.
you didn't just
You
say I don't
psycho
terrorise
terrorist.
you. You just said I
You
don't do it on a daily basis.
psycho terrorist. I do not bother you on a daily basis.
But you do bother us.
Of course I bother you! Because you make my life a living hell, that's why I bother
you
you!
bother us.
You psycho-terrorist!
So you do bother us, but not
Of course I bother
on a
you!
daily basis.
Not on a daily basis,
But
no!
3 times a
Check
week?
your dates
3
on
times a
your recordings.
3 times a week?
No!
No?
Check the dates on
have
your
an estimate. Have an
recordings.
estimate.
You got plenty of them now.
Yeah, I
Check
know.
the dates
I
on
have
your
so much
recordings.
evidence against you.
So have I, you son of a
Good,
bitch.
excellent.
You lying son of a bitch.
I know. I got your
You
food.
liar, you
Your
psycho-terrorist.
food's gonna be cold.
Drop dead, you psycho-terrorist.
Come outside and say it. Come on.
Drop dead, you psycho-terrorist.
I'm in
Drop
my
dead,
doorway.
you psycho-terrorist.
I'm in my doorway. Does this count?
Drop dead, you
I don't feel comfortable going
psycho-terrorist.
back to my own flat.
Drop dead, you
Does this
psycho-terrorist.
count?
Drop dead, you
I'm just
psycho-terrorist.
trying to do. I'm literally
Drop
trying to
dead, you
recycling. Recycling.
psycho-terrorist.
This is what I get.
This is what you get?
Yeah.
What about what you do to me?
I don't do anything to you.
Every fucking day. Every fucking day. Every fucking day.
Do you not get bored of yourself?
Do you not get bored
No.
behaving like
No,
that?
I'm not behaving anything. I'm living my life, Irene.
You're not living your life when you're banging on the floor.
It's so good. It's
What
so
you're
good.
doing is exactly what everyone else has done before you.
Yeah, maybe the
The
floor's
exact
quite thin.
same thing.
Maybe
The
the floor's
exact
thin.
same thing. You psycho-terrorist. Yeah. You psycho-terrorist.
Great. That's how much I know you now. It's so sad. It is so sad, Irene.
What is sad?
You are so completely and utterly convinced that we're upstairs spending all day banging.
I'm
the floor.
recording you banging, you son of a
Here's
bitch.
a wake-up call, Irene.
I'm recording
Oh my
you
God. Here's a
banging.
wake-up call.
I'm recording you banging.
Here's a wake-up call for you. You can record whatever you want, but the problem is you have to prove fundamentally that we're doing it on purpose to affect you. We're just living
That's
our
why
lives.
you're getting away with it. That's the only reason you're getting away with it. Because I can't prove that you're doing it on purpose.
But I can prove
Even
you're-
though
but I can
you're
prove you're
sitting
doing this
there
on purpose.
on the spot.
And the police
on
can
the
prove that you're doing this on
spot
purpose.
for
That's why the police
hours.
keep coming round.
On the spot,
Yeah.
you just sit there, bang, drag,
Yeah.
bang,
Yeah.
drop, bang, drag,
Yes.
bop.
Do you know what?
Continuously, you never stop,
Do you know
do you?
what's- no.
When you're not banging in the living room, you're banging in the bedroom, you're banging
Which
in the
room, which room,
kitchen,
which room?
then back in the living room, then back in the bedroom.
Yes,
then
I'm
back
living in my
the
house,
kitchen.
Irene.
You're
living-
banging in your house.
Oh
You're
my
not
God.
living. You're banging
You
in your
are,
house.
you are absolutely insane.
Yes, right. I'm
Thank
insane because you've driven me to this.
What?
You and everyone before you have driven me
Okay.
to this, to within an inch of my sanity.
We have nothing to do
This
with the people
is
that
not
bring
new
you
to you,
live
is it?
here.
This is not
So
new to you,
please
is it?
do
No,
not-
I'm talking about you because you're behaving in exactly the same way.
To her. Don't speak to her.
I'm not.
You do not tell me who I
do.
speak to.
I do.
When she bangs on the floors,
do.
she should hear
I tell you not to speak to
what
her.
I have to say
I
about
tell you not to
it.
speak to her.
I don't care what you say, Hadley.
Okay,
I
I don't care
really
what you
don't
say,
give a
Irene.
shit.
Good.
I really don't
Good.
give a shit.
Good, 'cause we don't
And
anymore.
if she bangs on the floor, she should hear what I have to say about
She's
it.
been out all day.
I don't bang on
I'm
you.
not talking about just today,
No.
am I?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
talking about just today
don't know.
because it goes on every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day.
Just repeat the same thing, Irene. We're not going to get anywhere.
Listen
I
to
came
this.
Upstairs from being asleep. You shouted at me when I was half awake, telling me I'd been banging on the floors when I had just woken up. It's just, I just can't fathom. I've tried to sympathise with you and understand where you're coming from, Irene, but I can't.
Listen to
That
her.
is a
Listen to-
lie.
listen
That
to
is-
her.
Shut your face.
Listen to her.
You are
Listen to
lying. You are lying. You never came downstairs. You were upstairs banging.
Yep. Call the
You were upstairs
Please.
banging,
Please.
and I shouted through the ceiling. You lied to the police, you liar. You lying psycho. You lying psycho. You lied to the police.
Let me guess.
You lied to the police.
Let me guess, you're
You
gonna
never
disappear.
came downstairs.
Quick, call it.
You lying
Let me
psycho.
guess. You're disappearing.
You never came downstairs. I shouted at you through the
We have
ceiling.
2 floors on our flat. She means downstairs from her upstairs
She
bedroom.
was upstairs in her kitchen
No,
or the hall.
She was going from the
She
bedroom to the
was
bathroom.
above the kitchen, and she'd been
Yeah, where our
banging.
bedroom is.
She had been banging above the bedroom. She'd been banging above the living room.
How? There's nothing above the living room. It's attic space. Irene. Which one is it?
Are you not listening?
I am,
I
unfortunately.
said to you, she was banging
Oh, please, I want to
above
hear
my
now. Oh, please hear
bedroom.
right now.
She was banging above the living room.
I cannot wait for them to get
And
here.
when she walked in the kitchen, I walked in the kitchen
Be specific.
because I had to do something.
And you shouted
And
at
she
her.
was banging, and I shouted at her through the ceiling. She never came down, you liar.
You're
You
the only
liar!
You're the only liar, Irene.
You liar!
You're the only liar.
You liar!
Excellent. Keep
You're
going.
liars!
Please stay here till peace gets
You're
please.
fucking liars!
Okay, please.
The whole rotten bunch of you! Fucking terrorist scum! You are terrorist scum, and don't pretend you don't know anything about it, you psycho!
Irene, what's wrong?
They're psychos, they're torturing me, and then they're pretending they're not doing anything. That's what's happening.
We've had the police here 4 times. Police here 4 times. We've had the police here 4 times with this. So they're coming again, whether you want it or not. I'm sorry, but this
I
is
told you, when you stop banging on the floors, there will be quiet. I told you time and again, but that's not what you want, do you? You do not want quiet. You want me to flip out like this. You want me to go
No,
crazy.
I want you to go-
And I've been putting up with it for 17 years.
Yes, we've been.
One after the other,
We've been
you
here
fucking
since February,
psychos.
Irene.
Okay, can we just calm down a little bit?
No, I want the police here is what I want.
Okay, I understand that. I understand.
You fucking psycho. Go to hell. You fucking psycho.
You've heard this before, correct? Yes. Right? So, for full transparency, we've been dealing with this since we've moved in. Even before we moved in, she called us terrorists. She called my parents and Lord sons of bitches. She called my parents.
You liar, you liar, you liar.
Irene, I've got it all.
You liar, you liar, you
I've got it
liar.
all on video. I've got it all on video.
You liar.
Okay, I've got it all on
You
video.
liar.
So that's fine. You've
You
called me a
liar.
You called me a liar, but I've got it all on video, Irene. I don't care anymore. I'm so sick of you.
I'm sick of you banging. Stop banging on the floors. Stop banging on the floors. Stop banging on the floors.
That's what we have to deal with.
Irene,
It's what we have to deal with, Irene.
cause any commotion. I want you to please calm down for me. Just please.
I can't come down. They will not leave me alone.
What do you mean?
I'm going
You shouted at us.
insane. I'm going
You
insane.
shouted at us,
They will
Irene.
not leave me
What do
alone.
you mean? We're living in our flat.
Shut the fuck up, Haley, you liar. You liar.
Okay.
What is the issue?
Okay.
Is it that you need to get upstairs?
No. The issue is on
They keep banging on the floors. They keep banging on the floors. They keep banging on the floors. I can't come down. I have had it for too long. I can't take it.
Okay.
You psycho
Okay,
terrorist.
fine.
You psycho
Okay, well, the police
terrorist.
are going to be here very soon.
You psycho
The police are going to be
terrorist.
here very soon, so I think you should speak to them.
Do you know what? Just leave her for now.
No, the thing is, with all due respect, I understand, and I know you've known her for a long time, but we cannot deal with this. The amount of accusations she's thrown at us. That
You lying psycho terrorist.
Yes, okay.
You lying psycho terrorist.
Let me.
Irene, I do not want your blood pressure to go high, please.
I can fix that for you. If you
I
want.
can't dare making my blood pressure go up. The reason I'm here shouting is because they won't leave me alone.
Today, specifically, you called me a terrorist for taking out the recycling.
That's not why I called you a terrorist, you psycho!
You broken your door.
The door was broken from the psychos who kicked it in before.
No, Irene, don't give me that.
The
Don't give me
door
that.
is broken from the psychos who kicked it in before.
Okay. What, they broke the lock as well, did they?
Yeah, they did. I had to have it replaced, you psycho.
Irene, can I just get you to please go inside for the meantime and just please...
I can't go inside now because my lock is broken. I'm trying to fix it.
I promise you I won't go in your
Alright,
flat.
can we not exchange any words from each other? Let's just wait, please. Okay?
Are they coming, Meg? They're not coming. Okay, well, I've got it on recording. We're dealing with this a few times a week, right?
No, you're not, you liar. You liar. You bang on the floors every day until late at night. Every day.
Okay, let me just
speak to these people because I think
Because everyone, this is a very old building. Even with my room.
Please, you do not know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about them walking.
Okay.
I'm not talking about them walking. I'm talking about taking a hard object and banging it on the floor. Banging and dropping and banging and dropping and dragging on bare floorboards.
floors when we're not here as well. Correct?
Bullshit!
That's what you said.
You're either here and you're banging, or you're doing it remotely. Either one or the other. You can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways.
When we're not here. You accuse us of having a machine when we're not here. Remotely, that's what it means. When we're not here.
Virtually. There are sound systems that you control remotely. And if you allege that you're not here when there's banging in the floor, then it's done remotely.
A sound system.
If it's not a sound system, then there's someone. If it's not a sound system, then it's someone up there banging. You can't have it both ways. Either someone is banging or not. You.
Yeah, I'd say just sit in the car.
The problem is, right, and I don't know how long you've known it.